through some great footy action, and you might have noticed I got with me some of the all-time champions of football, and fellas, the Brownlow the other night between us, none of us went, and we had about a grand total, and you voted, you polled well early, but the grand total of about 10 votes between us. We're feeling pretty good about ourselves.
You put a couple towards that,
now, but, hey?
You put a couple towards that?
What do you mean?
You got a couple.
No,
yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about my year. Yeah, well, that's it then. Let's move right on. What about the night, though? I mean, we're all watching on the telly. I just reckon we saw a lot of backs of heads and stuff. I reckon for the night, just to trick it up a bit, have lazy Susans on the table with the camera on the table. Get sort of table cam, see some fronts and stuff.
Good idea.
What do you reckon? I mean, we're just to take it a bit closer.
The blondes were down?
Blondes were down?
Yeah, blonde count was down.
Well, Ando wasn't down.
The blonde count was down.
Jackie Minton Connell, though, she's a lovely lady, isn't she?
Oh, yeah.
You'd have to rate her as one of the nicest ones, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You would have almost got through.
I think I saw, did I see Jimmy Steins with one of the man-o-man girls? Did I? No names. Can't say anymore.
What's her name, Jackie?
I mean, no names.
No.
Go right in, though, huh? JC. Yeah, well, it wasn't. Well, actually, you're right. There was a lot more brunettes than that. Do you think there might be a bit of a trendsetter to for the spring-summer fashion in Melbourne? We'll go to spring carnival.
Well, like Harvey was saying before, you know, the trend back then was those bob haircuts, but you know, I think the trend now is the
Sorry, Mel. There's a definite look when you get your votes called out, isn't there?
Oh,
like if I was
did you pick up the reactions, boys?
Like say I was the Ross Oakley, Essendon, P Salmon 3. There's a different look. They all.
Oh yeah, there's a reaction. And what about the bloke who goes and actually what's Ando? Actually, you're a good one. At this. Can you give Ando 1 vote, but he's expecting 3? He thought he'd a Monty for the 3.
Oh, okay.
Give us a reaction for the 1 vote when you thought dead set. You're in there, no doubt about it. 3 votes.
Collingwood versus Essendon.
Crows.
The Crows.
Oh, sorry. Living in the past here. Collingwood versus the Crows. 1 vote. G. Anderson.
Have a drink?
I thought the Hawthorn boys were a little friendly to each other there, Paul.
Bit jaded, not actually. A few
Shane Crawford and Johnny Platten.
Didn't seem to have their partners with them. The obligatory female partner. I mean, you've got to go with the accessories, don't you? You've got to have a drink in front of you all night, and you've got to have a partner. You've just got to be able to bag the umpires with somebody.
There seemed to be a lot more drinking to camera too this year, I noticed. There was a lot of boys sculling their drinks down.
Yeah.
I thought your teammate Mark Lashida, he was just magnificent.
He was unbelievable. Well, he's been...
It was like he'd kicked goal of the year in the grand final. Those high fives were just flowing out.
I think it was about round 15, and I think he was just quite happy to get a vote.
Well, he was.
But fellas, I've never been. What's the legless factor on the night? Is everyone staggering out at the end, or is everyone well behaved?
I suppose if you've got a few drinks and you've had a few glass topped up all night, because they're pretty good at topping the glass up, let's face it.
Yeah, the interstate teams would be having a good time, wouldn't they? They're over here, they're away from their own state, and hotel accommodation.
Yeah, we certainly have a good time. We really get our money's worth, that's for sure.
Well,
And, last year we played a game that out of the top, say 10 guys, we all picked out of a lucky dip sort of thing, and you picked your player, and if that player got a vote, you had to scull your drink. So, if you picked a favourite and you started getting a couple of votes in a row, you could be pretty well legless. So
that's what they do in Adelaide, is it?
No, that's what we do.
Oh, you do at a table on the night?
On the table on the night. And I got Modra last year, and I think he got 3 threes in the first 5 games, and well, I can't remember much of the night. But not much of a drinker, and after having sculling 3 beers, I was in trouble. I was in trouble.
Ozzy, it's time to reminisce, mate. You started with the Roy boys. You've been around the traps. We'll get into that later. But early, in the early 80s, the Roy boys were pretty hot, weren't they? They were pretty good. They were pretty unlucky, I reckon, not to sort of crack it for a grand final berth. Got any memories from those days?
Yeah, I think long time ago, Fish, so the memory's a little vague, but I think 1983 was probably the best chance that Fitzroy had in my days there of winning the flag. We were just a bit stiff. We lost it, I think there was a controversial free kick from memory, rushing the ball out of bounds. They were given a free kick and kicked a goal, and we lost it. But I think if we won that game, the following week Hawthorn played North, I think, creamed them and went straight in the grand final. So we had a very good side that year. Bernie kicked 1,000 goals in that game.
I remember Bernie kicked that 5 in the last
Yeah,
game.
he did.
And some of the players he had in that side, like there was Wilson, McMahon, and
Mickey Conlon, Laurie Serafini. There was
it's a
some
good
fantastic
side. And you played,
players.
and of course, over the early days for Purdy and
Myself
Ruzzi as
and
well.
Ruzzi, yeah. We were. I was. what was I, 18, 19?
You've all gone on to play 200.
Yeah. It's funny, Purdy and myself, I don't think we played the first game together, but the first season together we played, and all the injuries Purdy's had, the injuries I've had, we actually played our 200th game the same weekend.
That's freakish.
Yeah, it is. It's unbelievable.
Well, mate, let's enjoy the last quarter of Hawthorn and Fitzroy. This is a crackerjack game, and take special note, boys, of some of the quality of these players. And this is where I reckon the game started to get a bit quicker. And in this year, '83, I really believe from that point on, the game really picked up in pace. And this game really shows that.
It's at 19 points to margin, 100 to 81. David O'Halloran. Straight up the centre of the ground. Kennedy and Roos. Roos wins out. Ball play on by the umpire. Quick hand pass across to Carlson. Carlson snaps the ball down towards the forward area. Punched away by O'Halloran. McMahon going after it. Can he keep it in play? No, he cannot. He and Polkinghorn, the ball's forced over the boundary line as Hawthorn make an interchange, not on camera. And deep yet a minute go off. Judge back on the ground. On camera, the boundary umpire puts the ball into play. Quinlan and Mew. Mew takes the ball, runs straight into trouble. No chance to get rid of it. And umpire Neville Nash will come in and bounce the ball forward pocket for Fitzroy. With Fitzroy at the moment, 5.5 minutes into the final term, facing a 19-point deficit. Here's, punches the ball wide. Gotch, left, right, tackled by Tuck. Gets it out to Nettlefold. Nettlefold hooks the ball towards centre half forward. He comes across, punches the ball away. Tapped on again by Clayton. Clayton just gets the kick in down towards the forward area. Quinlan! Bernie Quinlan takes the mark. And I said a few moments ago, he kicked 3 goals, 3. And if he kicks it now, only 13 points will separate the teams. Bernie Quinlan, only 10 metres out. Fairly acute angle. There's the board saying 19 points to margin, 15-10 to 12-9. And Bernie Quinlan puts the ball forward and brings up his 4th goal, and Fitzroy only trail by 13 points.
Quinlan has scored a goal in every quarter. 4 for the day thus far, as we said in replay. It was Scott Clayton. Put the ball forward, under plenty of pressure, kicks with the left foot, and Quinlan, realising that he wasn't in the best position, manoeuvred his body beautifully to take it parallel with the ground. Now the charge begins. From the centre, Rendell wins it, tapped further forward, side bottom, it could sit for him. It does, he goes long, Quinlan's at the back, he'll watch it sail through, it does! Here come the Roys. 2 goals in 2 minutes and they're back in business. The scoreboard sees Hawthorn 15-10, 100, leading Fitzroy 14-9, 93.
Well, at quarter time, we saw Hawthorn and Fitzroy locked together on 34 points. Hawthorn with a 6-goal second term went to a 27-point lead. As on replay we see Sidebottom put the long kick down for his 2nd goal. At 3/4 time it was 21 points the margin. Now it's 7 as the bounce favours Rendell. He thumps the ball forward. It goes past Gotch, taken by Robertson. Robertson's kick wobbles towards the wing. Parrish almost took the mark. Caught one too high, and Les Parrish will take the free kick. Centre wing, members side of the ground. Parrish directs play towards centre half forward. Quinlan! Bernie Quinlan, 65 metres out from goal. But if anybody can kick at 65 metres, Bernie Quinlan is the one to do it. Quinlan's kick won't make the distance. It drops short. Russell Green's there for Hawthorn to take a timely mark. He gives the hand pass out to Polkinghorn. Polkinghorn towards half-back. Tuck and Nettlefold. Tuck takes the mark. Hand passes on straight away now to O'Halloran, well down the ground. O'Halloran gives a hand pass to Wallace. Not a good piece of play, but it comes off as Wallace gives it back to Tuck. Brereton on his own down the ground. He's got Knights at centre half forward. Brereton kicks it to Knights, and he takes the mark. Knights kicked 5 in the first half of the game. 4, in fact, in the 2nd quarter. And he's still got 5 at the moment after missing a sitter during the 3rd term after taking a hand pass from Michael Moncrief. Michael McCarthy, I should say, who's about to come back on the ground. Moncrief, of course, not playing today as Knights goes goalward. And the goal umpire says it's goal number 6 to Peter Knights. And once again, the Hawks breathe a little easier as they go to 106 to 93.
It's a great performance by Knights. 1 goal in the first term, 4 in the second, and that one for a tally of 6 thus far. The Hawks have been able to show that they can answer the challenge in front of this crowd numbering 58,288. Here's the centre bounce. Can Fitzroy come back? Can Hawthorn hold them out? Won by Byrne, taken by Carlson. A hurried kick. It was Loveridge who applied the pressure. Now Schwab. In bother. It'll be a Fitzroy free kick for a leg. Conlon. Well, hasn't had the chance to show that explosive speed today. Quinlan. Within kicking distance. Tried last time to possibly kick the leather off it. As a result, it was not a good kick. He looks more casual in this approach. Booming drop punt. It's a beautiful kick. It's home. The quick answer, and we're back to a 7-point margin, and what a final quarter of football on sevens. Big lead.
5 goals to Bernie Quinlan. And what a year it's been for Bernie Quinlan. 300 games, 100 goals, 100 plus now, of course. And here he is. That goal bringing Fitzroy within 7 points. Byrne in the ruck now for Hawthorn. Rendell still for Fitzroy. Byrne gets the tap. Gotch punches it back again. Kennedy takes the ball. Off the side of the boot. Up towards Gotch. Can't handle it cleanly. Loveridge is held. We're not in possession of the ball. And Richard Loveridge will take the free kick. Midway between centre and centre wing. Richard Loveridge. Which way will he go? Across the centre of ground. Green has made position. Plays on straight away. The long torpedo punt kick up towards the forward area. Judge was up high. It's punched away though. Matthews racing after it. Keeps the ball in play. Hooks it back. Looking for Peter Knights. Punched away by Grant Lowry. Wobbling towards the points. And it's taken over the boundary line by Les Parrish. No, he's going to be penalised. Deliberately taking the ball over the line. And courageous decision by umpire Glenn James. And it was Michael Nettlefold, not Les Parrish, who took the ball over the line. So we find now Michael Tuck from the boundary line. Right through the centre. A great goal, Michael Tuck. His first. And 13 points once again.
Great pressure goal then by Tuck.
Bad luck for Nettlefold. He's hardly put a foot long today. As we watch on replay now. Grant Lowry up, punching the ball towards the goals. Bouncing across the goal line. Nettlefold coming over, taking it up, and diving for the line, but he was penalised for doing so.
From the centre, Rendell, side bottom. Clayton. "13 points the margin. Only 13 minutes played. Final term, so still plenty of time. But Hawthorn appearing at the moment to be able to answer the challenge. Well, Fitzroy have the chance through Rendell to go forward. 16th kick for the big ruckman. Been a wonderful performance. At the back, Leon Harris, the leaper, shoots, and he's got it! What a goal on the run by leaping Leon Harris. And what a quarter of football as we see the margin cut back yet again to only 7 points.
Hawthorn have kicked 2 goals. Fitzroy have kicked 4 goals in this final term. 13 minutes of football. 6 goals have been scored. As on replay now, we see Leon Harris put it through the centre, not actually through the centre. It didn't matter whether it was right through the centre or not, as there's the board. 112, 105. Byrne, Rendell, neither a clear tap. It's picked up by Osborne. His kick goes straight up in the air. Mew punches the ball away, taken by Loveridge. His short kick up towards the centre. Knights comes out, couldn't take the mark. Gained possession though. Peter Knights swooping through the centre, puts the ball out towards the centre wing. Carlson gets a bad bounce, straight towards Green. Green, a hand pass back to Knights once again. Knights gives the hand pass over the top to Swab. Swab tried to get the hand pass here, but it's intercepted by Clayton, and Fitzroy's Clayton comes forward now. The kick towards half forward. Ayres in the front position, couldn't quite take the mark. Gains it well, puts the ball back up the ground towards half forward. Knocked on by Burton, or tried to knock the ball on, and Big Rendell takes yet another mark. Plays on, dummies around Burton, puts the kick up towards half forward. A well-placed kick, but a great, desperate effort there by Kennedy to tap the ball away. Wilson puts the ball forward, and Quinlan takes the mark. Bernie Quinlan, 5 goals to his credit. And as we say every time Bernie Quinlan gets the ball, he may be a long way up, but you're always lucky to see Quinlan get the distance. Distance he does as Quinlan spears the centre. 1 point the margin between the sides. 17-10 to 17-9. 6 goals to Bernie Quinlan.
With Glenn James, Rendell and Byrne. Rendell plucks it out of the air, but he gets caught. Nettlefold has tried his heart out. Gotch paddles it forward towards Roos. He escapes. Laurie, what's he doing right down there? Onto the left foot. A bad pass straight to Gary Ayres, who's done a marvellous job in defence. Ayres in the back pocket. Passes beautifully. Finding Wallace. Goes straight onto Roberts. Away they go. The Hawks have been able to answer every challenge. This is possibly the greatest. Schwab towards full forward. Carlson comes to meet it. Coleman is there also. Carlson goes to ground. Has time to get up. Eventually wobble a short kick. It gathers no distance. Straight to Schwab, who shoots in towards goal, but Clayton is there on the last line of defence for the Royals. Hasn't a thing to kick to. Have to go to the outer side. He does. Tuck will be the flyer. Spoiling from behind. Wallace receiving, but beautifully smothered off the boot. A tackle too high on a Hawthorn player. It was like greased lightning, but it was too high. And Peter Schwab, who's been in everything in the past couple of minutes, has a chance to give Hawthorn a little more breathing space. He's kicked 1. That was in the 3rd term. Using a torpedo punt that gathers great height, going across the face of goal and push through for 1 behind, so their lead is now 2 points at the 17.5-minute mark of the final term.
17-11 to 17-9. As Graham Hinchin, shielding the sun from the eyes, comes to the members' side of the ground. The lead from Harris. Tuck intercepts though, and Michael Tuck. Now, we've mentioned about Bernie Quinlan being able to kick a ball, and so too can Michael Tuck.
And Matt Rendell very quietly telling Hinchin which side he should have kicked the football, but Michael Tuck is where the action is at the moment. He's kicked 1. That was under great pressure. So too is this one. Oh, he guides it beautifully off the boot. Straight through the middle for Michael Tuck. Straight through the middle for Hawthorn. And they lead by 8 points. 18-11 to 17-9 on 7th. Big lead.
Tuck's 2 goals in this term. Really come. Sandy turned it telling goals. A very acute angle as we watch them replay. Hinchin puts the ball out. Tuck reading the play beautifully, and from there a great goal. Byrne against Rendell. Lion-hearted effort by Fitzroy's Matt Rendell. Byrne actually got the tap on that occasion. Wilson lost possession. Kennedy comes in. The hand pass out. Intercepted on that occasion by Pert. The hand pass came out now, and Grant Laurie puts the ball forward. Quinlan in the front position. Punched away. Goes on again. Gains it. Gives the hand pass out to Scott Clayton. Clayton's short kick goes forward. Polkinghorn, the player to take the mark. Hawthorn's David Polkinghorn. Towards centre wing. No mark taken. Across the back of the pack comes Grant Laurie. He's forced over the boundary line, so we're throwing to take place on centre wing, outer side of the ground. 8 points, the margin And Hawthorn hold, and the clock about to tick around to 20 minutes. Rendell gets a tap. Knocked away from Green. Wallace forces the ball forward. Pert comes on the scene for Fitzroy. A quick hand pass, finds Grant Laurie. He's able to steady and give the hand pass over the top. Wilson coming through, right in the centre circle. Wilson gives a quick hand pass, looking for Carlton. Ball bouncing awkwardly for Carlton. He gives it back to Wilson. On quickly, a good play. Nettlefold coming down, puts a long kick down. Quinlan in the goal square, and the mark's taken by Bernie Quinlan. Quinlan, who now has Chris Mew as an opponent, and although he's coming straight out, he'll be brought around by the umpire, as the small scoreboard says, 119 to 111. Bernie Quinlan will be attempting to kick his 7th goal. 7 goals, 3. If he kicks this, and if he kicks it, it'll be 2 points between the sides once again. Quinlan. He kicks truly. 7 goals to Quinlan. 2 points, the margin between the sides as Fitzroy come back once again.
What a game at the MCG, 18-11 to 18-9. Quinlan, 7 goals to his credit. And for Hawthorn, Peter Knights has kicked 6, as we see in replay. The ball put forward by Nettlefold, a long kick forward, and Quinlan waiting at the back. Too strong, too talented.
And in the centre of the ground, Matthews on the ball for the first time today.
Hinchin with him. As we go back for the centre bounce, 21 minutes gone. Final term. The winner going on to the second semi-final. The loser to meet Essendon next week in the knockout final. Here's the centre bounce. Rendell, but beaten for it on this occasion. Through comes McCarthy. His handball is astray. It goes straight to Laurie. He picks it up towards the half-forward line. Wilson waits at the back. He's on the wrong side, however. Side bottom through, but without the football. So too is McMahon. Plenty of pressure now. Green steadies beautifully to Ayres. And Hawthorn look cool as they turn defence into attack. Waiting at the back, however. A chance for Fitzroy to get out of trouble. They do so. Back towards Lee Carlson, and he takes it on the chest. A good diving mark, and the ball coming down from Les Parrish. 2 points the difference. Not into time on yet. McMahon has his name on this one. Now he's got Quinlan and Mew, one out duel up in the forward line. Brereton's off. Payton's on. It's a prodigious punt. Quinlan sets himself. And together with Chris Mew, they take it over the line in the right forward pocket. What a game of football this has been. Right from the word go. Good, hard, solid football. Quinlan plucks it out of the air, tries desperately to get a kick. He does. He's kicked it. The Roys have hit the front. Quinlan has kicked his 8th goal. And that is 5 goals for the quarter. Bernie, 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 say the sign.
The half-back flank towards centre wing. Polkinghorn in the front position. It's knocked down the ground. Picked up by Swab. Swab to Robertson. Robertson has the chance to have 2 bounces. He'll have the shot. No, he'll go to the hand pass. He's now from the pocket. Hooks it down towards goal. Byrne in the front position. Punched away by Coleman. Taken by Loveridge. He gets a push in the back. It'll be a free kick to Hawthorn's Richard Loveridge. He's 20 metres out from goal. About a 45-degree angle. Umpire Glenn James on the mark. And disappointed Gary Pert. There's no doubt that it was a free kick to Richard Loveridge. And the pressure that's on the young Hawk, who was one of the recruits of the year last year. And he's had some bad luck during this season. But right now, it's Richard Loveridge and Hawthorn are back in front. Loveridge puts his 2nd goal through, and it's Hawthorn 19-11 to Fitzroy 19-9. 2 points, the margin held by Hawthorn. 27 minutes have gone. As on replay, you see why Richard Loveridge received that free kick. Centre bounce. 2 points, the margin. Rendell and Payton. The bounce favours Rendell. He grabs it, he's tackled, loses possession. The ball picked up there by Clayton. Clayton tackled, and the umpire, Neville Nash, decides to bounce the ball again 10 metres on the Hawthorn side of the centre. From the bounce. Payton this time puts it out. Clayton gets the short kick forward. Eade comes out, traps it well on the half volley. Tackle too high, and Rodney Eade will come out with the free kick. Eade of Hawthorn. Looks a little groggy, but certainly prepared to take his time. So Rodney Eade indicating that he'll probably go long. Long he goes. The torpedo punt kick. Matthews and Hinchin. Hinchin dive forward. Matthews puts it over the top. Judge is there, getting a good piece of shepherding. Kennedy. Judge gives a hand pass over the top to McCarthy. McCarthy a hand pass to Kennedy. Kennedy from the pocket. Puts it through for 1 point. So it's 5 points the margin now with that point by John Kennedy. Three points, I should say. Getting flustered myself with the 3-point lead for Fitzroy. It's punched away. Kicked off the ground by Robertson. Robertson now goes for the short pass. It wobbles forward. It's well taken by Ludwig. Ludwig swings onto the left foot. Puts the long, high kick. The pack flies. It's punched away by the Fitzroy defence. McCarthy's there. The hand pass across towards Payton. Payton's kick smothered. And a free kick goes against Payton as we saw Nettlefold desperately dive across. And Nettlefold now gives the hand pass on to Clayton. Clayton now puts it out towards the half-back flank. It bounces. Swab coming on the scene. Can't keep it in play. It's over the boundary line. And the throw-in on the half-forward line for Hawthorn. 29 minutes have gone in the final term. A 3-point lead to the Hawks. Payton gets the tap. Intercepted by Gotch. The hand pass from Gotch. Knocked back. Picked up by Matthews. Matthews kicked towards Ludwig in the forward pocket. Ludwig gathers possession. The short kick. Too far for Coleman. Picked up by Pert. Pert gives the hand pass over the top. It's taken by Parrish. Parrish now running the ball down, puts the ball back and looking for and finding Laurie. Laurie a hand pass towards Nettlefold. He gives it on now, and Coleman takes the ball down, puts it down towards the forward area. Can Quinlan take the mark? He brought the ball down. No mark, called the umpire. New takes the ball away. The long kick from New up towards half-back. Eade takes the mark. Rodney Eade now veers the ball towards the half-forward line, and Judge it is who takes the mark. A 15-metre penalty may well go the way of Ken Judge. And Hawthorn steady for the moment. The short kick going forward. It bounces favourably for Byrne. Byrne gives the hand pass over the top. Goes after it again. It's intercepted by Matthews. Matthews lines it up, but he's offline. 1 point and the margin 4 points. 1 point to Lee Matthews. His personal tally, 3 goals for. 19-13 to 19-9. 30 and a half minutes have gone in the final term as Hinchin gets the lead from Grant Laurie. Laurie will continue on from the half-back flank. Puts it up, side butt on the favourite, and it goes past side butt. There's the siren! Hawthorn running out winners by 4 points. 19-13, 127 to Fitzroy, 19-9, 123.
Hey, Aussie, good look back there, mate. Didn't have quite as much peroxide in the hair, buddy, but he's tricking that up
natural
too?
fish. No, it's been a while. Over the years, I've done a bit of the bottled blonde, but I don't know if you saw enough footage of me there, but I was pretty skinny in those days. I was just a young kid, so I had to push a few weights from there on. With Mickey Collins sort of took me under his wing, and we lived in the gym for a while there.
Oh, gee, I'm choking on the peanuts.
You okay there, Fish?
How are we going on the chips? You've bogged in, haven't you?
I know, I told you that.
Need some more.
Yeah.
I'm going to lose it.
Let someone re-have a pizza. I'm famished. 1 bowl of chips. Well done. Come around.
Thanks very much.
It's all supply. There's 1 bowl of chips and some peanuts.
Listen, I was off the track a bit. What about some of the artwork here?
Isn't that
artwork? Isn't it incredible?
Is that a self-portrait of you up the top there?
What is that, Fish?
Aboriginal artwork, is it?
Joe and I, we do the rounds. We've been known to be seen in a lot of the finest galleries around town, and I just reckon that tells a story. That you probably look at that and see those pictures as contorted humans, but I see something else, fella. See, I think outside the square.
Is it just
I see a sunny day in the high country.
When did you do them? That's the
with my
interesting
wife.
question.
Sorry?
When did you do them?
No, I didn't actually do them myself. No, I can't lay claim to those, mate.
It was Lachlan, his son. He brought him home from kinder.
I need a juice, fellas. This is getting too much for me.
Oh, you're right.
No, I'm going to choke. I'm going to die. This is the end. Aussie 84, 94. Oh, this is Richard Osborne.
It's getting late at night, Fish, so you are excused.
I'm going to keep out soon. Keep me up with you, mate. Now, 90, just recently, we spoke about it earlier, in the Fitzroy Guernsey there. Now we've got a 94 body now. You're bigger, you're stronger, and you're playing Footscray. What's Footscray like now? I mean, you've been to Fitzroy, Sydney, and Grays. What's the biggest difference? Are they really a community club out there?
They are. I think to compare them with Fitzroy, I'd probably compare them with Fitzroy of 1986, 1987, and prior.
Yeah.
Very similar, very community orientated, working class type of people. Stick together. Don't have the huge amount of money that some clubs may perhaps have, but very honest people and hard-working people. So I had some great times at Fitzroy. Had that good 1 year at the Swans, and I'm really enjoying my footy again. I feel it's a shame the season had to end when it did, because even though I'm 30 now, I feel like I'm 20 again, and I reckon I could play another season right now.
Yeah. Did I say keep it brief, fellas? Oh,
That was brief.
Yeah. Well, mate, this is the last 10 or 15 minutes of the Geelong Footscray game recently. I reckon this was just as good as you can get.
Geelong by a point as the ball goes forward towards Billy Brownless. Here's Mark Bairstow. Ablett and Crediel. Oh, is that deliberate? Is that deliberate? No. Ablett thought it was. Crediel took a big chance.
They've got to kick some goals here now, Geelong. Look at this. Ball down there 8 times this quarter for only 1 goal, I think it is.
Minch. Oh, Wallace nearly had his head knocked off. Geez, a good player, Stephen Wallace. When it gets tough, you'll see Steve Wallace in there doing well for his club. He's terrific, Wallace. A wobbly kick, oh, dangerous one. He's found Stephen Crediel.
Crediel plays on. This is Hunter towards centre wing. Colbert spoils from behind, but well done by Reynolds to kick over the wing up towards half forward. Brownless in trouble and taken over the line, but taken high. Billy, you've got a free kick. 6 kicks for the night. Goes up towards half forward. Hickmott's got to beat a couple, and Danny Salmon comes over the top. Excellent mark. Geelong by a point. Brownless in from the side. Couldn't take it, but the first to recover. Then loses it.
Well, in the first quarter, Sandy, we thought we were in for a boil over, a one-sided game. We look at Melbourne Light and Bruce Nankervis. He's worried, Melbourne, as you can see, but we're having a great contest now. Geelong by a point, the ball on centre wing. Stanfield and Barnes. Barnes taps it down. Liam Pickering. Is that holding the ball? No, it's held to him. Footscray players arguing with the umpire.
Well, they both had a piece of the action. It appeared from here. Atkins had a couple of hands on it as well.
Again, we see the ruck contest. Barnes wins that one. Atkins working well with Stanfield. Stanfield's been terrific. Well done by Atkins. Taken by Steve Hocking. Puts it across the ground. Good play by Johnson. Great play, Brad Johnson. Oh, gee, that was good on Riccardi. Riccardi, though, ends up with the ball, and Peter Riccardi with a long hand pass looks for Gary Hocking, who's obviously hampered by injury.
Shepherding sees him clear, however. He bounces his way down to right half forward. He's almost at 50. Butter goes in towards the big guns at full forward. Hickmott waits down. He's in trouble, and he gives it away. They're out of trouble again, Footscray. It's Simon Atkins who takes it, gets his kick just in time, kicks towards half forward. Osborne comes steaming out. O'Reilly can't take the mark. Kellett goes in strongly, and he shows dash, but he gets caught. Football spills free. Riccardi somehow gets clear and kicks back towards Brewer in the centre. Geelong need their forwards to lead. They're all waiting back trying to take mark of the year, and it won't happen at this late stage of the game.
Mensch has got to beat a couple here. Hunter. Mensch has given away a free kick. An advantage is paid. Well, they stopped.
Shocking.
Finally, advantage is paid to the boos of the crowd, and Matthew Croft kicks towards half forward, but only as far as Stephen O'Reilly.
This bloke is a great fullback. A very, very good fullback, this fella. As we see Luke Beveridge getting some treatment now. He chips it in short, and he finds Lee Tudor, the former North Melbourne player. Brings it wide to Hickmott. Hickmott wanting to play on. Oh, he's got himself into trouble. Gets
Look
it
out.
in pass.
Oh, Colbert. They're going in very, very hard, Footscray. Here's a turnover, though.
as Brewer receives from Bairstow. In towards Brownless and Ablett. Billy Brownless has taken a mark. There's a Billy let out from the square there, and that's what's been lacking. Ablett hasn't been leading since early in the first quarter. And Billy now has given them that option. It was a great kick and an excellent mark under severe pressure. Well, that's his third mark for the game, so Southern has done very, very well. Billy Brownless has yet to score a goal. The Cats could do with this. He's a good kick. It's a beautiful kick. It's a goal.
Barnes with a mighty belt.
That is just classic rough play in the last quarter when it counts, just to smash it back into your attacking zone. It's as good as a kick, that.
Yeah. Here he goes again, up against Stanfield. Pushed towards goal, but cut off by Liberatore. Under pressure, it's a rainmaker. Shane Brewer floats over the top, but loses the football. Liver again. No one able to get it clear. Pickering makes sure it's locked up with Steve Wallace at the bottom of the pack. And another bounce. Just in Geelong's attacking zone, they lead by 8 points. They've got under 5 minutes remaining.
Barnes and Stanfield. Atkins had vital kick that one down towards half forward. Scott West receives from Grant. They need a mark. They need a quick goal, the Bulldogs. Tatter gets it back to Hinkley. Oh, done by Steve Hocking. Simon Atkins. Quick kick. And it's forced through for one behind to the Bulldogs. Steve Hocking flipped it over. It could have been costly. So the mark difference now 7 points in favour of the Cats.
And a chance here for Gary Hocking. But well done by Grant to get there and steal it from him. Goes into the middle and Liberatore. Is this the thrust they need? The camera, who marks unattended. Oh, he's got Osborne in the square. He finds him. Aussie should go. No, it's straight up and down. Still in the square. Bairstow tries to clear. Tanner is there also, but they lock it up. Well, the opportunities for both sides, but the pressure intense.
Oh, it should have been a mark. That Osborne should have taken that one. I know the bloke was coming at him, but...
A cliffhanger. An absolute cliffhanger. And what a day to get the 94 final series underway. Extra time in the North Hawthorn clash. And who knows, they may have the same here. Oh, there's a blatant goal pushing it back to Grant
himself. I don't think I really think he tripped himself. Do you? I thought he got pushed in the back.
We'll have a look.
Let's see. Oh, in the back. Come on. Jared, I could see, Pete. I could see you. It's bowed out of your greater judgment.
Well, a very important kick. Just over 3 minutes remaining. Ideally, they've got to kick 2 goals. They trail by 7 points at the moment. Grant starts it way left. In fact, it's just going to drop into the square and sock it through to one behind.
Hit the post. Yes, Osborne could have almost pinched a goal on that occasion, but unfortunately the woodwork got in the way. Well, that's a good point for Footscray, because it's now 6 points as Hinkley is injured. 6 points the margin with just under 3 minutes left.
So extra time is looking a possibility.
Oh, how would that be? The second one in a day, and Hinkley's injured, as we just said. Now, Paul Brown going to kick long. He's not mucking around with this one. Simon Atkins got a couple of each, but Johnny Barnes is floating across the front. Well, you think Geelong would have to bring Paul Couch back onto the ground. Well, maybe he's got concussion, because it's amazing they haven't brought him back on. We see John Barnes in a fine acquisition over the back. And there he is again, whenever the pressure's on Steve Wallace. He's a good player as he transfers play and finds Croft. They've got to kick it long. Oh, well, that's a good pass out of Grant. Now they've got to belt it in long, I think. No, they're going short again, Osborne. Now, you couldn't give it to a better man to have this kick, because he is a very, very long kick of a football, Richard Osborne. Now, if Couch is warming up, as Osborne kicks for goal, if he kicks it, scores a level with 2 minutes of play left. And Richard Osborne kicks it out to the right, and I think it stays out there. It does. But still the margin now 5 points, and when the kick-in takes place, there's Paul Couch. It'll still be in Footscray's attacking zone.
He's hobbling his way to the boundary line. He's also done an ankle by the looks.
Going to be fun in the Geelong medical rooms this week. Hickmott gets it away to Gary Hocking. He's playing with an injury and has given it away to Steve Wallace. Wallace, kick number 15. Into the middle he goes and finds Nigel Keller. The Dogs finishing full of running. Keller in towards Grant. The fly, but he couldn't take the mark. Osborne is there also. Brown, O'Reilly and Hickmott smother them.
1 minute and 16 seconds.
And 5 points the difference.
I think I'd move Gary Ablett up to the half-forward line to put Paul Couch back in the goal square.
Tanner pushes towards the line, and Riccardi can't pick it up on the half volley, but I don't know how hard he was trying to pick it up. He was quite happy to see it go over as the casualty list grows on the Cats bench. A minute remaining. Barnes again with that mighty belt.
Been gigantic today, Barnes, or tonight. That is great play by Barnes. That's wasting valuable seconds for the Cats. Look at that ankle. And it's Kenny Hinkley. Footscray still a chance. A goal would put them in front by a point, but they've got 50 seconds of play left to do it.
I think it's worth flooding the back line from Geelong.
Here's the bounce. The Dogs need a goal. They trail by 5 points. They've got the opportunity here as it sets sail in towards full forward. Brown flies. Osborne's left loose, and he goes! They all went up for Geelong. And Ozzy has kicked his second for the quarter and possibly the winning goal.
Well, it was a critical mistake with 2 Geelong players going up. Unfortunately for Brown, he didn't get his fist on it. It was his man on the ground that kicked what will probably be the winning score.
So time running out now as Hocking sends Geelong down towards half forward. Good mark taken by Minch. He's got to play on and they've got to take a mark. It's got to be Ablett or Brown. Let off. Oh, what a finish. 8 seconds left. If he kicks a point, it'll be another tie. Oh, don't tell me. Oh. The siren's going to sound. How'd you like that for pressure? Well, his coach, Malcolm Blight, knows all about that.
This is your moment, Billy. He'll go back and belt this straight through the middle. Here's Becky.
Well, he's had a rock and rolling season. Down and out, and back he comes. Can he finish it off with a goal? Billy, you are king of Geelong.
The monkey's off the back, Billy!
Billy! Oh, Billy! Look at them! Look at those Geelong players!
Look at Blighty out there. It's look at he's played in 2 years. I've never seen a coach react like that, have you? Well, they were facing adversity at half-time. They lost plays. This is one of the great victories at Geelong. What Billy Brownless hasn't he turned it round? He was the villain in 1992 when the West Coast thrashed them in the grand final. He's turned around and won it off his own boot.
Well, what about it? Endo?
You can't go. You can't go, Endo.
So it was a good grand final, that one. What was it, 19...
Mate. If it's getting too much for you, mate, you can
mate.
keep out the rooms for the beds, mate. And take your talk.
No, sorry, mate. I should pay attention.
It's been a long flight, hasn't it?
Now, I reckon, what about the after the final scenes, siren scenes? Have you ever seen anything like that before in your life? What about the coach?
What game
Blighty. Well, we saw, what we just saw, mate, was a Footscray Geelong game just recently. The
absolutely
the
fantastic.
qualifier. Yeah, but...
We saw a bit of emotion last year with Sheeds with his jacket, but I don't think I've ever seen a coach go that mad after a game.
No, you come at Barnsley with a bit of passion there.
I think Blight was saying, well, I've got another year as coach. Just saved, you know, Brownless has just saved him for another year. I mean, it's getting a bit hard these days for coaches, so...
There's only a kick in it, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's only a kick, but anyway. And what about Cornsey, mate? You've said goodbye to him.
Yeah.
Sure, speaking of coaches, have you met the new coach yet?
Well, I have. I mean, of course, I knew him from the Essendon days back in '88. And he's gone round to all the players and had a bit of a chat. And
Sure he's already seen all the boys, has he?
yeah, just one-on-one.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll do a fair bit of homework from now on. And yeah, he's been fantastic.
Did you take some Greg Anderson highlights tapes and just some references, mate?
Marty knew, mate. So,
yeah.
No, that's fine.
Well, I reckon I'm just about due for some more chippies and stuff, so time for a rest, fellas, and we're back soon with some more great action.
Victorians could soon be watching football all year round if the VFA adopts a proposal to play matches in the summer. As Sally Young reports, the revolutionary plan could end almost 100 years of rivalry between the VFA and the AFL.
Summer football was the hot topic today as VFA delegates met to discuss the association's future. Support for the VFA has dwindled and many of its strongest clubs are struggling. President Tony Hannabury believes the season switch might rejuvenate the competition.
You really have to look at these opportunities because we are quite likely to wither on the vine if we stay in the mainstream of football, I believe.
If the plan was approved, we could see VFA games being played on summer nights under lights at grounds such as Paran, Glenferrie and Moorabbin. A match would be played every week of the year, bringing football into competition with cricket, although many clubs are now making separate provisions. Mr Hannabury believes Victorians would welcome year-round football, but former AFL player and coach of Oakley, Michael Ford, says the players might not be so keen.
It makes it harder and harder the more you push them and the more they have the wear and tear is on the body.
The VFA will hold talks with the AFL and other football bodies before making a final decision. Sally Young, 7 Nightly News.
The Australian cricketers made history last night, playing their first international in South Africa against the home side in 24 years. Jim Wilson, who is travelling with the Aussies, was there to witness the big occasion.
With so much political unrest in this country, security was tightened for today's match. The Australians arrived at the ground under police escort, and with 4 private bodyguards keeping a close eye on fans, the squad made their way to the dressing room. On the field, 30 security men patrolled the boundary with guard dogs. Outside, desperate fans were prepared to pay up to $300 for a chance to see the historic clash, and our umpires once again came in for plenty of criticism.
Daryl here, he's not here today, so we'll see a bit of this, pal.
Inside, a day to remember for 40 kids from South Africa's largest black township, Soweto. Last week they were able to play in front of the Australians. Today it was their turn to watch. As Alan Border and Kepler vessels added another chapter to cricket history, thousands of balloons were sent skywards, and as Warren punched the air with delight, the thing that most South Africans are praying for over the next couple of months flashed on the scoreboard. They call this ground the Bullring, and with 30,000 fans packed in here today, the atmosphere is something else. We'll have all the highlights of the match later in sport. In Johannesburg, Jim Wilson.
Daylight, 8:30 Monday.
Stopping here. Wasn't there a cheer then when that goal was scored?
12-12, 10-8. The Bombers charging at the Crows, who desperately need a goal against the flow. O'Donnell, long again. 4th time out of the centre in this term. Jarman, well played. Maynard, Wiedemann, short. Somebody on the end of it. Wigney gets there, fills the spot, and arguably goes back to the most important kick of the day for the Crows.
Yeah, not much doubt about that, Bruce, because if they kick this one, they've got quite a handy advantage again. I don't want to lose momentum here, the Crows, because things really haven't gone their way, as we see David Brown taken from the ground, replaced by Scotty Lee. And Wigney, having his shot at goal, he started on the interchange and has replaced Scott Hodges.
Will kick from 45 metres out, drop punt. It's close. I think he might get it. It's a goal. A big kick, an important one. And so Adelaide at 13-12 to 10-8.
Yes, Adelaide's only score for the quarter so far. And James Hurd also preparing to come back on for the Bombers. We see Joe Mercedes playing at centre forward, just trying to get that little a little kick away there. And Reader, when we said his finish hasn't been all that good today, but he has spotted 2 players perfectly, hitting them right on the chest. The last 2 kicks he's had from Wiedemann, terrific stuff from him. And a good finish there. Oh, Jarman, terrific in the middle, isn't he?
He doesn't get all that many posies, but he's so efficient. Bickley gets the Adelaide Crows up towards half forward, tapped on by Smart, no one home. Chris Danaher will clear for Essendon. He has a good look upfield, a wobbly punt kick out in front of Watson. Watson makes a contest, does well, then gets the handball away. Ola Renshaw's had a few possessions in the last 5 minutes. He tries to go for the thumping kick up into the forward line. It bounces awkwardly. Scott Lee, Buick gets there just a little late. And Ben Hart
can't control the footy.
Renshaw could have spotted Sean Denham there too in the middle. About 20 metres on his opponent.
He's changing the centre breaks there, Bernie.
Now turned around this quarter, 7-1 in that second term, 5-1 in Essendon's favour in this quarter.
Well done by Salmon, but his kick falls short, and it's marked by the opposite number there, number 52, Sean Wren. Kick across the back line. Visca goes short. Anderson will mark. He's between half-back and centre wing. Gets onto the left foot, and he's kicking towards the centre. Good mark taken by Wiedemann.
You can go to Jarman, Robbo.
In short. Too far. Renshaw marks. Now that is a very, very important breakdown there. Jarman was in the clear, and that kick very, very inaccurate. Renshaw, move it quickly. He kicks it in towards half forward, and that's a good one. O'Donnell stood his ground. Watson takes the handball, kicks in long. Buick, no. In trouble underneath all of that was Mark Rasciuto. And the umpire will call for a bounce. Mark Rasciuto and Darren Buick. And a little to do there as the umpire will bounce.
Wiedemann coming off the ground, maybe that last kick. Graham Corr's not too happy about that. And David Brown back on for the Crows.
Maynard from Wren to Tregenza to McGuinness. Good teamwork from Adelaide. McGuinness trying to keep it in play. It was a good kick in the end because he's under great pressure. And Thompson thumps it over the line. Well, what a big 10 minutes coming up. They call it the Premiership quarter. Essendon played like that for 15 minutes. Adelaide's held firm now, kicked the last goal, and still has a handy break. Can the Bombers erode this lead further? Denham's quick kick. Hurd takes the mark. Only 3 games in 12 weeks, Hurd, and he's been out of sorts today. Salmon provides the lead. That's the way he goes. He sets himself the big fish, goes only with one hand. Rasciuto mops up. No one ready to kick it to. Probably should have held onto it a bit longer. Wants the boundary line. Wants it badly. It's running, it's rolling, and it finds it. Out of play, centre wing. Mark Rasciuto said earlier, youngest player out here at 18 years of age. Played 19 straight games for the Crows. Well done by Calthorpe to push it forward to O'Donnell, who's having a good turn. O'Donnell centering kick. Hurd gets set. Hard at the back. Buick tried to read it off the back. Salmon gets down. Cleverly, really, but was it a scoop? It was, so it's against him. And McDermott's free kick from centre half back.
Looked to play on, but the umpire's asking Chris McDermott to go back, and, well, actually, he's going to give it to Pittman, who eventually handballed away to McDermott. McDermott from right half back, kicks it out near the wing. Marking contest. Thompson very, very close there to Scott Lee. And the ball goes over for a boundary throw-in. Centre wing. Adelaide 13-12-90, lead Essendon 10-8-68. So 22 points is the advantage. Essendon wouldn't want it to be stretched any further than that. And they would love to get a goal or two in the remaining 7 3/4 minutes. Michael Long, kick towards full forward. Punched away by Rasciuto, but Essendon have got the numbers. Watson overrun it. Left it behind like a duck's egg. Oh, great smother there by Long. Watson still a chance. Got the footy underneath. Can't get clear. Pickman's little tap for Tregenza. Chopped off by Mercedes. Left foot kick to the front of the goals. Punched away. Goes back to half forward. Renshaw in trouble. Gets the handball away. Gives away a bit of ground. Denham and Calthorpe combine. What can David Calthorpe do? Give another hand pass away. Bomber Thompson. No one there. McGuinness in trouble. Now Adelaide hold it up. And a critical one at that. 50 metres from the Essendon goal. A couple of times they looked a little dangerous. But Adelaide have been able to play very tight football across half-back.
Great pressure, wasn't it, Robbo, by the Adelaide defence. Essendon had possession, but they really couldn't do anything with it.
Somerville, but it's punched away by McGuinness. Scott Lee in a little bit of trouble, but does well. Gets the handball away to Visca.
Visca up towards Smart. With him, Grenvald. Now Wanganeen and Liptak. Smart still swoops on it like he does so often. Deep in the pocket, drop punt, centering kick. Essendon get back, bad bounce, chance for Whitney. Still Whitney, the handball to nobody. Not good footy there, and Essendon concede a behind. A big chance there, bad bounce for the Bombers, and they were able to get away with it. Still limping a bit, Wanganeen, which is a worry for Essendon.
Well, he's been a bit quiet today, really, hasn't he, Bruce? Kicks and 4 hand passes, but he's not the same influence as he's had right throughout the finals.
He was shifted pretty early, Bernard.
He was.
Thought he had an influence in this quarter. Off half-back for a while. Kick in. Wigney gets underneath. Tregenza at the back's got Jarman inside. He's got a couple of options here. Decides to take Ola Renshaw on and does it. And then chips away towards Modra. Fletcher goes very early. Liptak tried to get back. Handball away by Flood under pressure. And out of play. So Modra with 5 first-half goals. Hasn't really got into the game in this third quarter with Adelaide being outplayed.
Tregenza really could have gone for home there, Bruce, because Modra wasn't leading. He was kicking to a stationary target.
Liptak went without it. Grenvold comes away from half-back.
Very, very ordinary kick. He was under a little bit of pressure, but he got no penetration. But Essendon combine in the centre of the ground. Somerville. Good kick, Mercury. Mercury looks for Salmon, and the big fellow will hit them. Is that 50 metres?
Oh, that hurt Salmon. He put the knees in, but
he didn't have to do it.
He's hurt himself too, Pittman, I think.
Well, Pittman had that knee problem in that first half. Oh, that was an excellent diving mark, though, by Salmon, wasn't it? Well, the crowd obviously saying, well, what about it? Because Fletcher, it happened to Fletcher in the first half. Let's see this again. Mark, and yes, 50 metres.
I'm with you.
50 metres.
Anyway, Salmon's got the football. Impressive stats. A chance to kick his 4th goal.
I just don't know how necessary it was to land right on top of him, Robbo.
23 points is the advantage, so Paul Salmon can bring it back to 17, and he does just that. 4 goals now for Paul Salmon. Tony Modra is the leading goal scorer on the ground with 5.
Trying to do yourself an injury, mate? Well, no, Mike, I was trying to save money by doing it myself. To save Big Ted, you need the new Mitre 10 Spring Project catalogue. The Makita cordless drill kits are only $99, Hill Sunline clotheslines just $65, Dow Corning silicons just $4.50 each, and the Victor standard mowers are just $399. What about the gate, Ted? Well, I'm just trying to save money, Mike. Yes, you can, Ted, with Mitre 10.
I work out regularly, but not before warming up. I run a removals business, so I get the guys to limber up before they lift anything. Saves my claims costs, because it saves their backs.
Work covers working to stop injuries.
Thank you, thank you. And now, McDonald's proudly sponsors What's on Your Plate with your host, Willie Muchright.
Ready to skate, Willie? I'm still waiting for today's letter. Cuckoo! Hey, you're late.
Sorry, I'm a little cuckoo today.
Dear Willie, is it okay to have a snack if I'm hungry between meals? I need a bite. Excellent question, Anita. Sure, snacks are okay, especially if you choose everyday foods, like an apple.
Thank you, William.
Carrots are good.
Correct.
Teacher's pad.
So's flavored yogurt.
Nice.
Or a banana. Or plain popcorn. A sandwich.
And what are grapes, William?
Bravo. Down in front. How's the movie? Oh, 4 stars. What's your favorite snack? I like to make my own, like peanut butter on a celery stick.
That's a funny combination.
Snacking's just fine if you choose the right kind. That's what's on your plate.
The Tigers are back and on the attack, and the Richmond Football Club need every one of its supporters to be part of the tough attack. Ring now for your 95 season membership. Show your pride. Show the world you're Tiger tough.
A lot of people exercise at the gym.
but we all do it at work. The boss gets us to warm up before we start, and it's better by a long stretch.
Work covers working to stop injuries.
Seven's Grand Final broadcast begins 8 a.m. today with the Grand Final breakfast celebrations. At 9, the Under-18s Grand Final. At 11, the State Football League Grand Final. Then live at 2, West Coast Geelong in AFL's Grand Final. There's more than one Grand Final happening this weekend with a special Champions Edition.
Black contestants are guaranteed crowd pleasers.
Of Man Oh Man. Who wins, who swims? Tonight, 7:30 on 7.
Just under 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Essendon 11-8, Adelaide 13-13. We've kicked 5-2 the Bombers to 1-1 in this quarter. Come right back into the game. Wren and Somerville. Salmon with 4 goals. Buick tacks it forward long. Watson caught by Jarman that time. Watson, well done, held his ground against the odds. Buick's always dangerous. Still dangerous. You'd give him a chance. Not a bad free kick though. It means he's now going to kick it 50 metres plus. Bickley legging, and Buick seemingly was away.
He could have been home though. It's a very important free kick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this again. Desperation there by Bickley. Now that is a professional free kick, I suppose you call those, Robbo.
I know it's not in the rules of the game, but you really think he deserves 50 metres with that? I do.
50 metres?
Well, it's not in the rules of the game, but in the spirit of the game, the guy's away, it's illegal. He's going to kick a goal anyway. Quarter Buick. Bruce, I think it's important to note now that in the second term, Adelaide kicked 5 goals 8 to that right-hand end. One wonders whether there might be just a slight advantage going down to that end of the ground. Well, remember Watson's floating goal early, but you also wonder just how many chances Adelaide had in that second quarter. They probably should have been 10 in front.
Exactly, there's that free kick again. And technically, what is a trip?
Yes.
If you want to get pedantic about it, I suppose.
Well, they've made a real surge now, Essendon. So what can Adelaide do to answer it? Liptak, run down by O'Donnell, gets his kick away. Whitney can't control it. Chris Danaher, chance for Modra, flips it into the path of Brown. Good bump by Fletcher, but he's left Modra on his own. Modra's kick to the goal front. Jarman, well done, he had his eyes on it.
Well, Brown's hurt behind play there too with that tackle, if you call it a tackle from Fletcher.
Well, that was an excellent mark taken by Andrew Jarman. 7 kicks, 10 handballs, and now a chance to kick Adelaide's 14th goal.
So Scotty Lee coming off the ground again, but that is a good grab. Jarman, eyes only for the ball. He attacked the ball. He was about the only one. The others were worried about bodying. Scotty Lee off, and Wiedemann on again for the Crows.
Well, Andrew Jarman, you'd really expect him to kick this. Oh, a shocking kick. Bruce, would you? One of the most efficient players in the competition, and he misses from 15 metres.
12-8 to 13-14.
Hard to understand, isn't it? Hard to understand. Finals pressure, that's about all you could put it down to, Robbo. We'd get out there on Tuesday night and we wouldn't miss one from that area of the ground.
Flood goes wide. Anderson in the front spot. Cowthorpe, who's gone on to Anderson this term. Wiedemann tapped it forward. Somerville looks for the boundary line and finds it. Well, we look back at a couple in the second quarter. Wiedemann sprayed 2 or 3. Wren ran into an open goal and missed. Jarman missing that one. 13-14 to 12-8. Smart goes. Bickley, left-hand handball, gave it away to O'Donnell. To Demon, and the Bombers are away again. Demon stretching McGuinness, in fact, running away from him. Oh, how far did he run? Goes to Salmon, then gets back, couldn't take it. Chance here for Rashuto. Important play here with 2.5 minutes remaining in this term. Ola Renshaw's had a good term on Tregenza. And Tregenza keeps it in and now out of play. Down to the last 2 minutes in the third quarter. Essendon within 2 goals. They were 7 behind at half-time.
I'll tell you who's done a pretty good job today, and that's Denham and McGuinness. McGuinness has had 11 and 4. He has been averaging about 28.
Denham's had 22 posses himself.
Long, Ola Renshaw. Here are the 2 in question. Denham and McGuinness. McGuinness went to ground, pushing the back. It looked like there, no free kick. McDermott in trouble. Tregenza tries to break the tackle. Here's McGuinness again. Good-looking kick to Liptak. Liptak can size up a couple of chances. Smart now. Modra goes for inflection to cut it off. Chance here for Bickley or Jarman and Somerville. A big ball coming up. Somerville off the ground. Will it go out? Modra gets back. He'll have some time to set it up. From 50 metres, goes short, looking for Wigney. Oh, well played. Just got rid of Flood too easily. Hip and shoulder.
Yeah, far too easily, wasn't it, Bruce? Far too easily. Body on body there, wiggled.
Modra's done very well at 5 goals and a couple of handballs. Nice kick there. Kept his head.
It's an important kick.
Oh, huge kick, isn't it?
If he could slot this through.
Wouldn't it be handy?
Advantage at three-quarter time.
We're inside the last minute.
You tried the banana, wouldn't you, Robbo?
Oh,
if you could kick the banana.
Well, has he learnt that over there?
Well, he's going on the left foot.
Misses.
It's everything.
The whole lot.
The banana was really the kick there.
Affectionately known in Adelaide as a chick side.
Chick side punt.
Chick side punt, definitely, Robin.
Better than a banana, isn't it?
I think so. You've been kicking them for a few years.
Ah, yes, they've taught... that kick has been very, very well used over the years. Flood, his kick. Wren punches it back. But O'Donnell chops it off. Just seconds left. Short kick, Mercury. Takes a punt. Long. Oh, did it well. If they mark this with seconds left, they can't take the mark. Mercedes, Buick, siren sounds, no score. Missed anyway. So I think they're in for an absolute cliffhanger. With 30 minutes of the preliminary final left to play, Adelaide lead by 12 points, 13-14 to 12-8.
Whew. Oh, it was well, we're still a couple of goals down now, mate, but the rest is history.
The rest is history, yeah. I mean, Longy was just, again, just fantastic.
You just going to the three-quarter time huddle, what was the attitude at that time, you know? Still a chance? Or were we going to run over the top of it?
Obviously. I think we went very defensive way before three-quarter time. I think we were just trying to hold on to our lead instead of trying to increase it. And I think that's I think we'll benefit a lot, you know, in the future years for the footy club.
Crucial time was when Jarman missed that goal.
When he missed that goal, you could see all the heads.
It obviously helped you losing to us last year. When you finished, what did you finish 12th this year?
Yeah, just one below you.
You learned a lot.
One below us. Good comment, Hart.
You rebounded well.
We were very lucky in '93 as well. We beat Collingwood on the last round. If we'd lost that game, we'd have ended up, you know, I think 8th. And because we won it and beat Hawthorn, we get a double chance. So we're pretty lucky.
Mm. Oh, it was just for us personally, just a sensational final. So it's hard to talk it down, isn't it, mate? It's a great memory, but that's what finals are all about. Adelaide, you never know, might come back new coach.
Yep, who knows? Robert
Never know. Now, I'm about due for a bowl of cornflakes, some muffins or something. Okay. I'm a bit peckish, but meanwhile, while we get that organised, we'll have a short break, and I think I'll make my way and check on the kids or something. Bit crowded even now. I'm surprised you all stuck it in with me, fellas. I mean, I gave you no chance at the start of the night, Ando, but you're still here.
I only just keep my eyes open, mate, and Harvey's over there, he's gone. Have a look at him.
I've hit the wall. I'm gone. And when I fall asleep, don't throw peanuts at me.
We've seen some, I mean, what's kept us awake is some great footy action. I mean, seen Richard Osborne at his best.
Yep.
Some Gary O'Donnell, sensational moves, dashes, but this, talking about sensational moves and dashes. Mill Shepherd, that was in Plays of the Month. That was all the Gibbs.
Yeah, anyway.
That was good footy, Mill. Remember, between the opponent and your teammate. Peter Matera, fellas.
Top player.
Oh, look, what about 92? You probably never forget those dashes he made through the centre of the ground, set up Sumich, because Sumich kicked 8 in the second semi, 6 in the grand, and I think a lot of it was due in part to Matera's breaking up the midfield, and I think Geelong are going to have to watch that today.
Yeah, for sure. Matera is the sort of guy that can really cut you up. He's done that on too many occasions, as far as I'm concerned, but if Geelong are smart, and I think they are, they'll really have to cut him out tomorrow, or I should say today, because he did it in 92, and hopefully he won't do it again tomorrow, because I'm banking on Geelong to win it.
You got something riding on them, mate?
Oh, not money, but I know a lot of the Geelong boys. My oldest brother's in Torquay, so I've got a bit of a connection there, and I'd love to see him win it.
Although I read in the paper this week that he has got a leg injury, so he mightn't be at his best today.
Oh, you never know. Grand finals, you sort of run on adrenaline.
Well, yeah, the old noodle might fix him up. You know what it's all about.
You never know.
That might be one to put him off anyway. Yeah, old injury. So.
Well, after look, he's coming off a great performance in the Brownlow, 28 votes. I mean, I've got to be honest, I wasn't expecting him to push up like that. He's had a fantastic year, probably a better year than
You've
people
been playing,
expected.
how many? 11 years, 12 years, and you haven't got 28 votes. In the
Thanks
whole
to your
12
contribution, Hudson, the time you get going. I mean, Don will be waiting for you anxiously, I'm sure. Peter Matera, 1992. Just this, I can't believe some of this stuff he does.
Next to open space, this will be interesting. Two outstanding players, Mainwaring and Collins. It was the former hooking it back for Matera. 45 metres out, and he's kicked a miraculous goal. The goal-kicking wingman. It falls forward at the pack. It's taken by Kemp, who's been quite outstanding. And now Matera. 40 metres out, Matera. It bounces through. Well played, measures the hand pass. McIntosh shrugs a tackle. Matera, he's got a couple today. Fancies himself from here, pulls it back, it's tight. It's so close, it's a goal.
Marking contest at half forward. Wilson once more, who kicked the last goal, looping hand pass. Matera's got speed, can go from there. 30 metres out, away he goes, and he's got it!
Evans with courage, still he goes, Evans. Leaping in there was Barnes. Mainwaring off the ground, Matera, open goal, Matera. It's close. It's a goal.
5 behind. The Eagles 3-2. The Cats as Barnes wins it, but straight to the run of Matera from 55. He sets sail for home with a mighty kick. What a goal. He's one of the players of the year. Mansfield and Merriman at the bottom. Evans over the top. Matera somehow gets out of jail. Peter Matera, 52 metres. Pulls it back. What a magnificent kick for goal. Oh, he can fire them up. Kemp goes storming through. Across to Heady. A delicate little chip to the run of Matera. Suddenly the Eagles are alight. Matera sets sail for home. And the Eagles hit the front.
Behind the pack, Kemp with dash comes away from centre-half back. The Ward's half-forward, Langdon. Worked under the ball by McGrath. Quick hands from Brennan, too quick, but it comes back to Matera. Matera on the 50. He could kick this. Matera, it's going to be a goal. Chris Lewis goes short again. And now Peter Sumich. He can go over the top. How's this for a goal? Peter Matera, there's another one. Catch us now as Matera boots his stick.
But that's just pure excitement. That's Aussie rules at its best, isn't it?
Oh, he's a great player.
And look, one thing I noticed, the difference between you and Matera, and there's not much because you're both great players, but he waited till he was at least within 50 metres of goal before he'd have a shot. Now, you got any reason why you like to have shots from 70 or 80 out, mate? And then just sort of, it doesn't make the distance, you say, I was passing it to Fish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I always had that good excuse. I've got to put up high for the big fella.
He was
Come
going
off
bang,
a few times
don't
for
you?
me, though. Went for goals and not a great kick, and you've plucked it out of the air, and they've said, good pass, Greg. I said, thanks. But I'm never looking for
good, buddy. Even though you're in opposition there. Well, we're in the middle hole, that's now. We've seen some beauties. In Burton, you know, earlier in the night, Longy, Matera now. Ablett, fellas, just again, we know what to say. As an opposing team, you just always hope he's off his game, or you know, you just need more. Obviously, with guys like Ablett and Dunstall, you set up your backline almost and sacrifice another position for a player to play in front of them, maybe, and fill the holes. Don't give them as much space to work in. Is that what you do at Carlton a bit?
Well, I think with Ablett and Dunstall particularly, that the facets of their game, like they've got strength and particularly speed. I mean, Dunstall mightn't be quick over 100, but I tell you, over the first 5 or 10, he's just lightning. And when you've got that combination, it's very difficult because if they're on the lead, they're hard to stop, and if they're propping the goal square, they're virtually impossible to shift. So, I mean, that sort of combination, plus they're both very strong marks, and, you know, they've always got a chance.
Yeah. Well, this is Gary Ablett at his best in '89 when he bagged the 9 in the grand final, and this is some of his work in that their final series, fellas.
And laconically, Bruce Linder turns onto the left foot, and a magnificent mark taken by Ablett.
Hunter's kick inside 50. Huge pack of players. Ablett. As he come down with that mark, that is an amazing grab.
Free kick being kicked out of it to Stoneham. It's against Dersma. Stoneham's kick into the forward pocket. Ablett. How do you describe that? Brilliant. Miraculous stuff by Gary Ablett. Forecast just a few minutes earlier. Ablett goes for goal. Magnificent kick.
13 points the difference after that goal kick by David Cameron down to half forward. Ablett again, creating opportunity. back. Ablett will come in from the side. Now he opts out of the contest. He did the right thing. He kept his composure well. To midfield and Burke. He plays on. Kick towards centre-half forward. Ablett's in front. Strong mark. Wonderful mark. Ablett wasting no time. Around Hamilton. Goes inside 50. Gets his second goal. Magic. Geelong are pumped up. Bruns. Short to half forward. Ablett. Ball is still running Essendon's way. On his knees, Watson. Bailey coming to meet him. Stoneham brilliantly played. Shovels it out to accommodate Ablett. Ablett decides to run down towards the 50. Goes long. It's bending back. That is a magnificent goal. A great game. Runs hard against the boundary line. Pulls it back towards the pocket. Over the top. Yes, who? Stoneham behind the pack. Ablett in the pocket. Don't tell me. I don't believe it. Feeds the hand pass to Bairstow. Bairstow goes down towards half forward. Ablett. That's a party trick, not a mark. One down by Flanagan that time with the backhand. Hughes comes away. There's the time remaining. The Cats are looking better. Hughes goes long down towards the pocket. Ablett. Oh, what a mark.
Well, that's what we came to see, Dennis.
Cleared by Hawthorn to Geelong in 1983. Will he come back to Hawthorn? Check side check. Nonchalant.
Flanagan now doing the ruck work against Deer. Ablett over the top. Snapshot by Gary Ablett. This is close. Oh, it is mercurial stuff.
This is Gary Hawking, freed by the tribunal to play in this game earlier in the week. In fact, they never got that far, and Ablett just gets around Widner. Unloads into the forward line yet again. Kennedy in front. Ablett over the top. Oh, what a mark. Widner breaks away from half-back. The second bounce carries into centre wing. Well shepherded. Goes long down towards the pocket. Ablett is there. Almost a one-hander. Finds it on the ground. From 25 metres out, he's kept it. His 8th goal.
Bruns goes for goal. Brownless at the back. Ablett. Here goes Ablett for goal number 9. And he's threaded it.
Harvey, just noticed you're a bit drooling a bit, mate. Yeah.
Dribbling?
I've seen you do a few of those moves, mate, but they've mainly been around shadows at training.
Yeah, I don't get up that high, mate. The old legs haven't got the spring that Gary's got.
It's pretty extraordinary, isn't it? I mean, there's only one player, I reckon, that, well, not only one player, aerially. Is that a word?
That's a good word.
Yeah. Look at the Oxford Dictionary, mate. My vast array of books there, my encyclopedias. The only bloke that comes close at the moment, I reckon, is Kernahan and Wayne Carey, the two blokes. They're coming close to Ablett for just exciting aerial work. And Wayne Carey's performance in this year's final series, unfortunately, he couldn't, get the Kangas through. But I mean, I saw him last week in the prelim, and just something special, that bloke. I mean,
I think also young Schwartz from Melbourne, he's starting to really develop as a magnificent overhead mark too. But you have to go a long way to see a better two footballers than Carey and Ablett.
Yeah, well, what we've got here is a bit on Carey for his 1994 final series, most recently, and this stuff, like Ablett's 89 and like Long's 93, there seems to be someone bobs up every year and just takes a final series by the scruff of the neck.
McGrath towards the centre circle. Schwartz takes one high, but no whistle for that. Up to centre half forward, McKernan on the turn. A very high ball. A real hospital ball, but Carey jumps out of the pack to mark. Plays on Corey McKernan. Out in front of Carey. No mark, but he plays on the skipper. Left footer. Kicks it under his man for a goal.
Kicks it inside the 50. Longmire favoured by the kick. Awkward half volley. Keeps it in front. He's 35 metres out. Pulls it back towards Carey and McGrath. Oh, what a mark. Turns round and kicks the goal. Unbelievable. 60 metres out. Stevens, long bomb. Longmire's down there. At the top, O'Reilly. Carey in front. He's got another one. As it was at half-time, the margin 24 points. Hawking had it then lost at Stevens. Inside the 50, Carey. This is something special by Wayne Carey. His best haul this season, 7 against Hawthorn, way back in round 3. The skipper, leading by example, slots it.
Well, Mill, you're the only bloke that can sympathise with that man. He's Ando, got looks, he's got the physique, he's 6'2" or 3", got all the moves and both sides of his body. Has he got a? I mean, has he got a weakness?
I can't see.
You could see. You couldn't see in those highlights.
I played on him about 4 years ago, and he was very, very good then. And then probably last year I played on him again, and the improvement that he's sort of gone through is just quite incredible. He's just so much stronger now. It's just virtually, from the front position, he's virtually impossible to shift. You know, and he's just so agile, and he's going to be very, very hard to sort of contend.
You played on him, haven't you?
Yeah, I played on him last year, and
that's when they ran out of the top was because he was a spark, wasn't he? That day?
No, I had to have Tim to help me out, and he beat both of us. So, I mean, if he's got a weakness, it is that he doesn't move around enough. He prefers to do the one-on-one sort of body contest, and what can happen then is he can have blokes coming out of the top and punching the ball. So I guess he's just got to learn to get his endurance up a bit more and move around a bit more if he's going to play the centre-half forward position.
Well, Wayne, if you're watching, Harvey,
well, he's a terrific player.
Yeah. Well, this one, what we're going to have a look at now is the highlights of that game last week. It was just extraordinary in the final quarter, and of course, at the end of the bell, there was Ablett standing in the goal square with the ball in his hands. It must be devastating, and one of the most poignant moments was Mickey Martin just played so well on him all day. And then it's just the luck of the draw, isn't it?
In the right position too.
Well, he was in front.
Yeah.
He done the right thing to get in front of Ablett, but the ball just it's a bit too high.
It was a tough one for him, wasn't it? I've never really felt sorry for backmen in my life, but I really did look at that and think, well, Mick, how stiff were you? Because he did everything right all day. And it's just unfortunate to finish that way.
I mean, the kick had been high, it would have given Martin a chance, and if it had been a bit lower, he would have taken it. So it was just the right height, that kick.
Yeah, and a one-hander too, just to rub salt in the wound. So here are the highlights of the last quarter, fellas.
Well, fairly and squarely with North Melbourne now the challenge. Official attendance today, 80,121. Laidley has tried his heart out. Goes towards the middle. Barnes in from the side. Carey the leaper as well. Here's Hawking to his brother. Gary got it to Stephen. This is McGrath. Tough day for him. Stevens worries him out of it. Stevens breaks away. Strong shepherd by Allison. Stevens running down towards the 50. Pulls it back towards the middle. McAdam. Unsighted all day. Directly in front. 35 metres out. Very important kick upcoming. Great shepherd by Allison to release Stevens forward of the wing. McAdam, such a star last season. Disappointing year this one. McAdam kicks fully.
Over 75 years, our reputation for engineering, reliability and innovation has become the envy of the world. Today, we've grown to become the largest airline in our region, reaching 93 cities across 5 continents. And over the next few months, we'll be introducing new ways to earn your business, like new Qantas Club lounges around the world, a new class of comfort and more space, lighter and more interesting meals, and a fresh new look inside our aircraft. All designed to make you feel at home whenever you fly.
This was an old brand council truck, and I bought it after 2 years of age, 1959. Patterson's a great institution in this part of town. For years, just here, we've always managed to bake birthday cakes and all of our pies. Give us a kiss. When we moved from Sydney, we moved into this house here and lived, well, for 20 years. I think Mum paid £1 a week rent. And guess all of these things are all part of my town. And this is my paper.
After breakfast, you can tidy that mess, Jason. Hocus pocus, alakazam, snap, crackle, pop.
Kellogg's Rice Bubbles, the magic part of this nutritious breakfast.
By the power of my spoon, go tiny this room. Jason? Fiddlesticks.
Kellogg's Rice Bubbles, you can't imagine a livelier breakfast.
Your car's suspension has 28 different points where things can go wrong. Every day, every kilometre. 28 different points where things can go wrong. Only Pedders expertly check all 28 suspension danger points for just $14. The suspension specialists. Pedders.
The 7 Sports Mitsubishi Mark of the Year. Your phone vote could win you a Magna V6 Executive. Just dial the phone number you wish to vote for. Mark 1, Tony Modra, Adelaide. Mark 2, Gary Ablett, Geelong. Mark 3, James Cook, Carlton. Mark 4, Ashley McIntosh, West Coast. Mark 5, John Barnes, Geelong.
Amid pleasures and palaces, wherever I may roam, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
Out of the middle. Barnes has it a few seconds after the opening bounce. Soccer off the ground by Steve Hocking. It's grabbed by Allison. Back he goes to Stevens. They combine for the last goal. Long kick. Carey there with McGrath. McGrath in front. Second grab. Takes the mark. Well done, son.
Great move by Malcolm Blight to bring McGrath back on. He certainly won't let his coach down now.
His second mark of the day. To the members' wing. Barnes is in the middle of the pack, and Mann punches to the boundary line and finds the safety of out of bounds.
There's a great degree of energy in a player once he's given a second chance through, and Tim McGrath can see that now.
13 points the margin, Geelong in front. McKernan wins, Brewer grabs it for Geelong. Centering kick, Riccardi one hand, it comes to Pickering. His kick in the direction of Ablett with Martin. Did Martin push him? Not so, said the umpire. The hand pass back to Fairley. Fairley's kick over halfback. Laidley running onto it.
Up towards the wing, Dean Laidley. Across the body. Carey comes to meet it. Good mark at full stretch. Carey, 6 goals this afternoon. Kicks down inside the 50. Longmire must get a free kick, surely. John Longmire. He'll kick from about 45 metres out. He's got 2 goals this afternoon. And like Ablett at the other end, has really struggled for opportunities. O'Reilly terrific on him, like Martin on the champ. Longmire. Very important kick. It looks pretty good. Behind. Ever so close.
2 goals, 3 to John Longmire.
Margin is 12 points. 15 and a half minutes to go. Plenty of time. Hinckley towards the outer side. Longmire over the top. It falls to Tudor, who boots it through the wing towards half forward. Awkward bounce. Martin favoured by the bounce. Run down by Brownless. Hickmott's got it now. Tries to give it back to Barnes. He's in trouble. Desperate trouble as it turned out. Taken by Smith towards half forward. Big leap by Handley. Pickering crashes in. Still he goes.
This is being played at a red-hot pace in the last quarter. The kick by Hinckley to Brownless just behind centre wing. 2 straight kicks the difference. Geelong in front. Through centre wing is Riccardi. He breaks away from Archer. His left footer to Barnes. Too far out to score John Barnes. Ablett on the 50. The mark is paid. Now Gary Ablett has hardly had a touch today. He's had just 3 kicks, but he's kicked 2 goals from them.
significant thing here, Drew, is that he's come out and he's playing out around half forward now, getting Martin out with a little bit more space.
Gary Ablett, distance will test. Drop short of the goal square. Well done by Laidley. Stevens started like a rocket, went quiet, going well again. Stevens gets it back from Crocker. The kick out wide. It'll go out at half-back flank. No, Riccardi keeps it in and beats a man. Well played, Peter Riccardi. Wills has it on the 50. Well, dare I say it again? Once again, the distance will test. 100, plays 88. Geelong in front. He unloads with a huge kick. Gee, it's a great kick. Just offline for him behind. He's kicked just 6 goals in his last 10 games. He was in fine goal-kicking touch early in the season. The only Geelong bloke to play every game this year.
13 points the difference. North Melbourne trail. Comes out wide towards the members' side. Scholl is up in front, knocked away by Brewer. Here's Martin well up the ground, goes for a run, kicks down towards the wing. It's a relay free kick. Now it's coming back to Scholl off the ball, is it? Well, that's interesting. Scholl will take it left half back. Nothing happened there. Scholl was following that pair up with Brewer. He kicks from half back to the wing. Carey almost. This is Brown, who was so good last week. The hand pass, well, an element of danger. Hocking back to Brown. It needs a kick now. Brown squeezes one away towards the wing. It bounces obligingly for Scholl. Carey, awkward hand pass. Made something out of nothing, Carey. Forward of the wing, kicks down towards the 50. Roberts, a little rusty. Still he goes. Met by Handley, who cleared a path for Pickering. In goes Allison. Stevens continues to work. Mansfield knocks it towards the line. Picked up by Roberts. Back to goal. Gets it across to Nichols. 60 metres out. Long kick. They'll contest about 10 metres out. In from the side. Barnes crashes the pack and knocks it out of bounds.
That was like his smother last week in the goal square. Absolutely superb. Longmire contests in the boundary throw-in. Gary Hocking over the ball, just throwing himself at it. And the North players thought, well, is he holding it? The umpire will ball it up. Is it a case of just Geelong hanging on? Or can they get some more goals? So far in this last term, they've added just 2 behinds. Nichols. Behind to Trent Nichols. His first score for the day. Mark Bairstow, the skipper, on the bench. Looked like a facial injury. It's interesting to see him carried off on a stretcher.
And Riley in the back pocket. 101-89. Geelong in front after a slow start this afternoon. Riley drives it around the outer side. Roberts in front. Good grab. Strong hands. He's normally a long kick. He's about 75 metres from goal. He'll send it in deep, and he does. Down towards full forward. Carey comes from behind. Didn't get his hands above his head. Hinkley in front takes the mark. Reliable defender. Pops it in short. Mansfield runs up to centre half back. Kicks through the centre. Coming on a searching lead is Brownless. Just forward of the wing. Wills. Down towards left half forward. Minch offers a lead. He's in front. Fisted away. Well done by Fairley. Crocker went to ground. Hickmott slaps it out wide. Laidley, who's been terrific, met solidly by Wills. It's out of bounds. Well, what does the future hold? A grand final or zip? We're about to find out, and so is he. Innes Pagan. Not much he can do now. Very much in the hands of the players. Archer strongly in on Couch and the ball up at left half forward.
Well, the goal-scoring heroics have dried up in this quarter. North 1-2 to 2 behinds. Quarter by quarter, North had kicked 5, none, and 6, and Geelong 3, 7, and 5 in previous quarters. Here's Wills off the left boot. Drops in short. Barnes at the back, but cut off beautifully by McKernan. Oh, great pick-up by Allison, centre square. The hand pass pass out to Mann, up towards the centre of the ground. Roberts takes the mark. Hawthorn half volley for Schwass, but he gathered it magnificently. Blakey with a head-on collision. He just avoided it. Kept it going North's way, though. It spills to McAdam. He has time. A little bit of a bounce. A bit of a stutter, just like the commentator. It's in the goal square. Roberts. Heatley. Geelong out of trouble. Handley gets the hand pass in front of Brown. He didn't get a run until the last quarter. The ball goes out of play. It's to be a relay free, I believe, out to Brown.
Hasn't Hinkley been tremendous in this part of the game where Geelong backline has been under siege somewhat? Hinkley has stood strong throughout.
Carey again. Oh, superb. Carey humps it back in once more. Longmire in front. O'Reilly reaches over the top. Down went Hinkley that time. Longmire to McAdam at close quarters. McAdam, wow, very lazy, out of bounds on the floor. Don't know what he was trying for there. Well, last week this side were tremendous against Carlton. The Stars are back today. It hasn't been any easier for him. Riding every bump now, Malcolm Blight. Hinkley taking his time, settling it down in the back pocket. Geelong in front. 15-11 to 12-17. Up by 12 points. High kick. McKernan could have marked it, didn't know that. A lack of talking. Carey, strong tackle, got him down. It was Pickering. And now Brewer peels off half-back, short to Hocking. His 31st possession. A good one. Finds Couch on the wing. Brewer runs on. He's got legs. Stevens, superbly done. That could be big in the context of the game. Suddenly the ball in the other direction. Over the top, Allison. Waiting behind an opportunity down there for Brown. Allison to Carey. Brilliantly smothered by Hinkley. Brown slaps it off the ground. Mansfield gets it up to Hinkley. Hinkley deep in his own defensive area. A cool head. A very cool head. Hocking had to wait though. Opportunity for Stevens. Stevens 25 metres out. He's missed. He has missed. He's hit the post. Point side. They've got reason to make mistakes. They're tired, but gee, that was an open goal. Schwass did well. And Stevens.
12-18. Oh, North Melbourne.
Stevens is up to 36 possessions, which is remarkable considering he was flogged by Hocking in the second quarter and had just 5. O'Reilly up to half forward. Brownless in front. No, free kick to North. Fairley was held out of the marking contest. No mark to Brownless. Kicked by Fairley. Half back to half forward. Carey wrestles off the ground and takes the mark. Wayne Carey. Longmire. Hinkley punches. Allison! Allison! Oh, he's missed it! Well, there have been chances galore, and the commentators, the players, and the spectators all know it.
What do you make of this? You've got North Melbourne now with real control of the game. They're setting things up. Geelong don't look at any degree of control. It's North Melbourne's game, and they just can't put them home.
Here's Hinkley. Just over 8 minutes remain. Drives it towards the outer side. The margin is 10 points. Big fly from Barnes. It bounces back to him on the ground. He gets the hand pass off. Into the path of Handley. Met solidly by Smith, and the ball spills across the line. Throw in outer side. What a game. That meeting we spoke of earlier in round 20, one of the standout games of the season, and this one getting closer by the moment. Hocking to Handley from half back, goes to half forward. Man is down there, did well. Plays on immediately. Doubt the wisdom of that. Fairley kicks it out only as far as Couch. Got a bad bounce, Couch. Close to the boundary line. Working in a confined space. Here's Tudor. Nicely done. Spins out of trouble. Smothered off the boot. It ricochets across towards centre half forward. Minch held without it, says the umpire. Well, that is a line ball decision. Did he take clean possession? The umpire didn't think so. Minch unloads with a massive kick. Down towards Ablett. Runs free behind. Archer gets back and goes across the line.
points the difference. 2 straight kicks, and North can't buy a straight kick. 2 straight kicks and they'd be in front. Just inside the line, Scholl takes the mark. He's got Ian fairly unmarked up here in between half-back and wing. He can pop it over the top to Schwass. I reckon North will finish better than Geelong. This will just about go to extra time. The second final in a row. Oh, Shepherd behind the play.
That's not 5 metres, Wayne Carey. It's a lot more than that.
And Carey has put down Mensch. Here's Pickering at half-back. Mensch is hurt. And in the hands of the trainers, Riccardi takes possession near the centre of the ground. Nichols robs them of the ball. Couch, good hand pass. Mansfield on the run. Wobbly old kick onto the chest of Laidley. We've got just under 7 minutes to go. North 2 straight kicks to win.
Man has it on the outer side. Mensch is off the ground. Kick comes in short. This is Stevens. He's seen so much of the ball this afternoon. Rides it down towards half forward. McKernan goes up, takes the mark, hit the ground running. McAdam is about 80 metres from goal, edging closer, centres it, back comes Carey. McGrath is with him, awkward bounce. McGrath heads for the boundary line. Now it's a foot race. Carey's in front, McGrath in close attendance. Carey hurriedly onto the boot. Allison, awkward bounce. He's 25 metres from goal. This time, perhaps, he settles, he gets it. There come the Kangaroos. Allison gets his third. They're defying the odds. Geelong 15-12, North Melbourne 13-19.
Unbelievable. Day 1, David's getting breakfast. Next thing, he's standing on the bed wearing nothing but the tray. Kate! Right. He trips, wrecks his knee, and we've got scrambled eggs from here to the Gold Coast. Luckily, we've got Aussie Car Assist with the comprehensive insurance. They brought us back home from Queensland, and they brought the car back.
Aussie Assist sounds expensive.
That's free.
What sort of insurance company does that?
RACV Insurance. It's not just another insurance company.
G'day, Romeo.
You had
This is Mobil's biggest giveaway ever. Mobil Millions is over 2.5 million prizes. Just scratch and win instantly. There are 16 brand new Ford Falcon GLIs to be won. Over $1 million worth of free fuel. Plus, more than 2 million consolation prizes. You've never seen anything like it. It all adds up to a winner about every 2 seconds, night and day, with Mobil Millions.
If you'd like to take out a home loan, but you're nervous about interest rates, forget it. If you're worried about unexpected hikes in your repayments, forget it. Right now, Challenge Bank can offer you an attractive rate that can't go up, because this new low rate is set in concrete for the next 2 years. We can even arrange no establishment fees. Now that ought to smooth away any worries you might have. See Challenge Bank now for a home loan rate that can't go up, because it's set in concrete for 2 years.
Trying to do yourself an injury, mate? Well, no, Mike, I was trying to save money by doing it myself. To save Big Ted, you need the new Mitre 10 Spring Project catalogue. The Makita cordless drill kits are only $99, Hill Sunline clotheslines just $65, Dow Corning silicons just $4.50 each, and the Victor standard mowers are just $399. What about the gate, Ted? Well, I'm just trying to save money, Mike. Yes, you can, Ted, with Mitre 10.
Aye, man. Hey, you know afternoon tea is now very cool. Oasis also come in iced teas made with natural fruit juice. Only problem is, now we're drinking our tea cold. What we're going to do with our tea cozy is... Good idea, man.
Sunday night. Tune to 7 for 2 premiere events.
We're going to be looking at zoos right around the world.
Talk to the animals' journeys to Holland, England, Singapore, the USA.
This really is state-of-the-art in zoo design.
And Australia, showcasing the world's finest animals. Then at 8:30, a world premiere movie. Police rescues Gary Sweet, a cop with his own set of rules.
Don't threaten me, pal.
Suspense that'll grip you and take you to the very edge. Cody premieres Sunday on 7.
Back in the middle with just 5 points the difference and under 6 minutes left. Chest mark to Rock. A straight kick and they're in front. Rock's kick. It's marked in the goal square by Lombard. Here come the Kangaroos. Oh boy, Geelong led by 5 goals in the third quarter. North Melbourne have hit the front.
I think you would. They have had control of the game for the majority of this quarter. They've been able to pepper the goals consistently, get it in around the goal mouth, but not able to finish it off, either through some good defensive work from the Geelong players or their own inability to be able to convert. But now having stuck with it, they've got the opportunities there, put them in. Mark Bairstow looking to come back onto the ground, an important player in this last critical period of the game.
Great comeback by the Kangaroos. North Melbourne haven't been in front since the 13.5-minute mark of the second term. They lead now. Victory in sight. 5:23 remaining. They're in front by a point. Barnes goes up. Beaten by Ashenko. Taken by Schwartz. All one-way traffic at the present time. Hinkley repels this one. Back towards midfield. Ashenko goes up. Takes the mark overhead. Plenty of run from North. Schwartz outside him. Kicks inside the 50 again. Players troubled by this sun. That's a good mark. McGrath wants to go and does. All about heart now. Who wants it most? A grand final next week or oblivion? There goes the kick from Hinkley. Down towards half forward. Gave it away. Terry Wheeler still thinks he's coaching.
Billy Brownless ran back away from the ball. You've got to go at it.
Smith gave it to Fairley. Kicks towards half forward. Ashenko is up, knocked away by Hinkley. Riccardi, shaken by his coach at quarter time, has come back to be a good player. Pulls it around the corner. Colbert fell over. Has to get rid of it. Bairstow back on the ground. Run down by McAdam. Play on's the call. The ball is under there somewhere. It'll have a ball up.
Had to be one or the other. Holding the ball or in the back.
Well, I'm not sure he could have got it out from there, but I know what you're saying. Well, you're probably right, holding the ball.
Ball up at centre wing. 1 point the difference, North in front. Couch gets rid of it in a hurry. Up towards the 50. Brownless backs into the pack. Umpire says, give it to me again, and I'll ball it up. Who would be a coach at this stage? There's very little Malcolm Blight or Dennis Pagan can do about it. The men out there have got to do it.
What about the odds of North going to their second consecutive extra time game?
Well, it's the first year of extra time in finals, and we might get it twice. Here's McAdam, away to Scholl. Scholl to the 50. Inside the 50. Archer leads the race, gets a bad bounce. Oh, McGrath, well done. To the centre of the ground, Gary Hocking. Magnificent mark. Wide to Wills. Now the Cats a chance. They trail by a point. Andrew Wills with pace. Nobody in front of him has missed it, but the score's a level.
Well, it shows, doesn't it?
Made the right decision there, Wills, to turn and go. The closer he got, the better his chance was always going to be.
Here's Laidley at left half back. 103 apiece. All the cards on the table. And 3 minutes remaining. High to the wing. Push in the back, surely. Free kick to Rock. Brown gave it away. Rock on the wing. Schwartz goes outside. Rock goes for distance inside the 50. And why not? Carey is down there. Loose ball behind. McGrath takes his time. Swings it out wide towards the boundary. The pitches just inside his defensive 50. Ashenko lumbers towards it. 55 metres out of Ashenko towards the pocket. Archer can't get there. It's out of bounds on the full. Geelong free. Level, 2.5 minutes to go. Stoically, White looks on as Hinkley runs out of defence yet again. Kicks to midfield. Brewer has to wait. Up he goes, and that's a good grab. Scholl got there late. Brewer inside the centre square.
Well, I did tip a draw, Dennis, but I tipped North an extra time if it goes to that.
You're excellent.
Brewer up towards the 50. McKernan got so high, took it on his chest. Laidley. Kick by Dean Laidley. Carey in the chop. Oh! Great mark by Archer. Glenn Archer will be kicking from about 55 metres. Under 2 minutes left. Scores level in the preliminary final. He's giving all the impressions that he can kick the distance. Will a point be enough? Won't make it. Oh! His second mark of the day, Barnes.
Do I play on?
Here's Couch. That's the way they play, Geelong. Here they go.
Riccardi around the outer side. Listen to the roar. 103 apiece. 1 minute and 10 to go. Smith in the row. End-to-end football. Shoulders on in the middle. That's ignored. Mann's got it now from half back towards the wing. Will we go to extra time? Thumped away by Couch. Rocks in front. Inside the last minute. Here's Schwass on the outer side. Goes down towards half forward. Ill-directed. Full-chested Hinkley. What a game he's played. Back towards half forward and Couch. We're down to 45 seconds. Inside the 50. Will's got a hand to it. Laidley, possibly the best on the ground. Heads for the boundary line. Brownless fell over and the ball's out of bounds. And the clock stops at 54 seconds.
North Melbourne defence have been tremendous this last quarter. They've stopped everything that Geelong have thrown at them.
103 points apiece. Last boundary throw in, surely. Last roll of the dice for Geelong. The ball towards the boundary line. Pickering's over and out. 25 seconds left. We will get another boundary throw in.
Ablett's the man. He's got to take the jump here. Ablett's got to jump, grab it, have a snap. Watch him.
Like in the 89 grand final. Hocking had a big lead. Mick Martin gets it. But onto the chest of Colbert. There's 18 seconds left.
Colbert, what will he do? Started on the bench. We're down to 10 seconds. Colbert. And the mark is missed down there by Barnes. Right on the boundary line. Tudor. He will kick after the siren. Oh my goodness me.
There were 2 seconds on the clock when Ablett took the mark.
There is no justice in football. That was the look on the face of Michael Martin, the master all day, and this game will be remembered for this kick. Gary Ablett, 5 metres out. Any score will do. Geelong are in the grand final. Well, how about that?
Dennis, you called there's no justice in football. Mickey Martin has been a tremendous player all day. He's led his side so very, very well from the back. But Ablett is around the moment, right at the head of the game of Geelong. Incredible stuff.
That never closed down. The new Mitsubishi Lancer.
The Mobile Millions prizes keep rolling out because the winners keep winning. It's so easy. Just scratch your ticket to win instantly. Win the new Ford Falcon GLI, up to $1,000 of free fuel, plus over 2 million consolation prizes. But if you don't win instantly, your ticket goes into the second chance draw. And every week there's yet another new Falcon to be won. In all, there's a winner about every 2 seconds with Mobile Millions.
The Tigers are back and on the attack, and the Richmond Football Club need every one of its supporters to be part of the tough attack. Ring now for your 95 season membership. Show your pride. Show the world you're Tiger tough.
Aye, man. Hey, you know afternoon tea is now very cool. Oasis also come in iced teas made with natural fruit juice. Only problem is, now we're drinking our tea cold. What we're going to do with our tea cold is... Good idea, man.
If you've ever stood in front of the charred ruins of your house, you were probably glad there was one thing no fire can touch. Insurance. It puts things back together again.
It seems, my son, you've been led by temptations in a fast life, and in your car of all places. A total of 9 times you've done it, and each time on the Sabbath. On occasions, videoing your performance. A performance which you claim lasts over 6 hours. And now you feel the urge to do it again. Well, God bless you, Peter Brock, and good luck with number 10.
Brocky, aiming for his 10th Bathurst win, Sunday on 7.
That was, I'll tell you what, that was a hell of a quarter. I mean, we've just had a sensational final series this year. That quarter just was indicative of what we've seen. It's been tight and exciting, and apart from a couple, just pretty special, really, 94.
Well, the whole eight teams obviously really deserve to be there, and they've proven that with the scorelines. They've all been so close, and it's been a fantastic final series.
I think you're just not getting, good games from 3 or 4 clubs like you used to. Every club is involved in a big game each year, so, with the evenness of the competition. So.
Oh, well, thanks for your input tonight, fellas, and thanks for your company, and thanks for leaving me broken and desolate now. I've got a total mess of a lounge room to clean up, but you guys go. I don't want you to worry about it. We'll fix it up. Just quick tips for today, Mill. Who's your tip for the big one, mate?
Geelong by 20.
Geelong by 20. Geelong by 20.
Geelong by 3.
Aussie?
Geelong by only 1 point, I don't care.
Really?
Yeah, West Coast 5 or 6 goals.
Yeah, I'm going for West Coast in about 3 or 4 goal break.
I'm hoping that Geelong wins, but I think West Coast will. I must say it's been a pleasure to come and eat and drink your food knowing that you paid for it, Paul.
Anything doesn't cost you anything, Harves, you're a happy man.
No problem.
Thanks for coming down, mate. And thank you for joining us, whether you've sort of drifted in throughout the night or been with us all night. I hope you've enjoyed what we've had to offer. All the finals and all the highlights have been the boys' favourites, and hopefully you've enjoyed them as much as we have. Of course, coming up right away is the grand final breakfast at North Melbourne. Have a great day. Hope your team wins, and if you're Victorian, I hope Geelong wins.
This has been a 7 Sports production.
Let your imagination run wild with TV's hottest couple, Lois and Clark, 7:30 Monday.
These sponsors are proud to be associated with the 7 Network's coverage of the 1994 AFL Premiership season.
In the morning, I'll take my time.
As is tradition on grand final morning, the greats of Australian sport, politics and culture have assembled at the Southern Cross Hotel in the heart of Melbourne to wet the head on the biggest day of the year. To bounce the ball on festivities, Seven's Master of Ceremonies, Drew Morfett.
Good morning and welcome to the Southern Cross. Well, of course, Grand Final Day brings breakfasts all over town, but none bigger than the North Melbourne breakfast, which is a real tradition. And this year, it's bigger than ever. 1,400 people crowded in here to the Southern Cross for breakfast. And on the head table, well, you can't get an invitation there. It's just chock-a-block with the heads of government, the leaders in business, and some of the greatest names in football. Over the next hour, we'll be taking some of the fun from the breakfast. There'll be comedians. There'll be a presentation to the football personalities of the year, and I'm sure you'll know them well and look forward to seeing them later on. Of course, this is just the start of something big for Seven today. We'll be televising all grand finals from the MCG. We'll be crossing there at 9 o'clock for the under-18s, then the reserves and the seniors at 2 o'clock. So hope you stay with us and rejoin us after a short break for the North Melbourne breakfast at the Southern Cross.
Allow us to highlight a few of the Mitsubishi Verada's features. The Mitsubishi Verada V6 Xi.
My blokes have always had the muscle, but the work cover people reckon that's not enough. We all had to get fitter, they said. Helps cut the strain, and it works for the blokes and for the business.
Work covers working to stop injuries.
Over 75 years, our reputation for engineering, reliability and innovation has become the envy of the world. Today, we've grown to become the largest airline in our region, reaching 93 cities across 5 continents. And over the next few months, we'll be introducing new ways to earn your business, like new Qantas Club lounges around the world, a new class of comfort and more space, lighter and more interesting meals, and a fresh new look inside our aircraft. All designed to make you feel at home whenever you fly.
The Mobile Millions prizes keep rolling out because the winners keep winning. It's so easy. Just scratch your ticket to win instantly. Win the new Ford Falcon GLI, up to $1,000 of free fuel, plus over 2 million consolation prizes. But if you don't win instantly, your ticket goes into the second chance draw. And every week there's yet another new Falcon to be won. In all, there's a winner about every 2 seconds with Mobile Millions.
The Seven Sports Mitsubishi Mark of the Year. Your phone vote could win you a Magna V6 Executive. Just dial the phone number you wish to vote for. Mark 1, Tony Modra, Adelaide. Mark 2, Gary Ablett, Geelong. Mark 3, James Cook, Carlton. Mark 4, Ashley McIntosh, West Coast. Mark 5, John Barnes, Geelong.
You spend most of your day sitting in one spot, you get stiff muscles, sore back. Now each shift the boss gets us to exercise. No more sprains and strains. So hey, it works.
Work covers working to stop injuries.
7 plays all the big game movies.
Brace yourself.
My interest in her is purely professional. Man, it's crazy.
Let me out of the car!
Just do it.
You might even like it.
Keep going, because I'm going to be there. Watch them in the safety of your own home, starting Sunday with Cody on 7.
Welcome back
to the grand final breakfast for North Melbourne at the Southern Cross, and such is the size of the head table that they are still introducing people onto the head table, and boy have we had some fun with some of the themes songs that they've been playing for various people. Here's Neil Mitchell from 3AW making his way onto the podium.
Getting ready for the last 90, 60 seconds. Over to you, Rexy. And the ball is fisted in from the boundary!
And doing the voices is Paul Jennings.
Yibbity. That's on all, folks. And back to their machines they go. Right. Now we move on, folks. The voice almost kills me. Proving there is life outside of politics. Please welcome Australia's next Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan, former Premier Joan Kerner, and the opposition spokesman for major projects, David White.
This is Peter Harvey, your National Radio Show. I just want to say there's a late change from Tasmania. They just amended the women's 45 sitters now. By 2001, it'll be 100 men and 0 women. But there'll be more about that later, folks. But Peter Harvey,
One of the many thousands of loyal West Coast supporters making their way to the MCG to support their team today, we have great pleasure in welcoming the Premier of Western Australia, Richard Court. And still smarting from North's narrow loss to Geelong last week, ladies and gentlemen, make welcome North's major sponsor, the General Manager of NZI Insurance, Terry Towle, and the Chairman of the North Melbourne Football Club, Ron Casey. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day. Make the best team win, and let's move on with the proceedings.
So, finally, they are all up there on the front table. A lot of fun as they introduced all the guests, and we'll be back with more fun from North Melbourne's Grand Final Breakfast.
Mitsubishi Triton Utes and Express fans. They only stop when you do.
Trying to do yourself an injury, mate? Well, no, Mike, I was trying to save money by doing it myself. To save Big Ted, you need the new Mitre 10 Spring Project catalogue. The Makita cordless drill kits are only $99, Hill Sunline clotheslines just $65, Dow Corning silicons just $4.50 each, and the Victor standard mowers are just $399. What about the gate, Ted?
Well, I'm just trying to save money, Mike.
Yes, you can, Ted, with Mitre 10.
I was drunk.
It was an accident.
I was drunk.
You didn't mean to.
If you'd like to take out a home loan, but you're nervous about interest rates, forget it. If you're worried about unexpected hikes in your repayments, forget it. Right now, Challenge Bank can offer you an attractive rate that can't go up, because this new low rate is set in concrete for the next 2 years. We can even arrange no establishment fees. Now that ought to smooth away any worries you might have. See Challenge Bank now for a home loan rate that can't go up, because it's set in concrete for 2 years.
How was the second honeymoon? Unbelievable. Day one, David's getting breakfast. Next thing, he's standing on the bed wearing nothing but the tray. Kate! Right. He trips, wrecks his knee, and we've got scrambled eggs from here to the Gold Coast. Luckily, we've got Aussie Car Assist with the comprehensive insurance. They brought us back home from Queensland, and they brought the car back. Aussie Assist sounds expensive. That's free. Well, What sort of insurance company does that?
RACV Insurance. It's not just another insurance company.
G'day, Romeo.
You had
Hey, I'm talking to you. What is technology but the brain demanding more from the body? More than what was done. More than what is thought possible. Put the beyond within reach. Air square. Strangely scientific.
I was drunk.
It was an accident.
I was drunk.
You didn't mean to.
Last year, our dramatic pictures of a flooded northeast Victoria touched the hearts of Melbourne viewers.
Today, the farmers are talking drought.
Revisit those farms, country towns, families. Our special report Monday, The Survivors.
Monday. The greenie who won't come down to earth.
I better make myself comfortable.
A rainforest protester who's become a tourist attraction.
Hello.
Left high and dry by his brothers in arms.
Well, they're not with him.
Real life, 6:30 Monday.
After only half the votes
At
were
the
counted,
North Melbourne Grand Final
I
breakfast
predicted
on centre
a Greg
stage,
Williams
Elliot
victory.
Goblet.
I thought that joke looked good on paper. And as I said here a couple of years ago, when I watch Ross Oakley on Brownlow night, by comparison, I feel really animated. And 2 days ago on radio, Ross caused a bit of a sensation. He was asked a question and gave a direct answer. Big welcome to Premier Jeff Kinnett, who, like myself, is a Hawk supporter. 30 years ago, I used to see Jeff in the Glenferrie Oval Outer, and I predicted, even in those early days, that one day Jeff Kinnett would become Premier of Victoria. But not all of my predictions are correct. For example, I also predicted that Good Friday 1994 would fall on a Tuesday. And I'd just like to apologise for any inconvenience this may have caused. Big welcome to John Elliott. We all know that Carlton didn't play too well in this year's final series, but John, look at the bright side of things. No premiership this year just means that in future years you'll have one less stolen premiership cup to recover. That joke was about as effective as Danny Southern trying to sell hairstyling products. Big welcome also to one of my heroes, Ron Barassi, who together with the Swans officials is currently negotiating for Plugger. Truth of the matter is the Sydney Swans can't really afford Plugger. Well, they can afford him. They just can't afford to relocate all of his greyhounds. After just 1 year, Dermot Brereton has finished with the Swans and he's likely to return to Hawthorn in an off-field role. Well, Hawthorn is where Dermot really made his mark, both on the field and on the odd head. All that joke needs is a punchline. Big hello also to Mr. Football, Ted Whitten, who apparently is already on the invitations list for next year's Brownlow medal count. 2 years in a row of Ted not being invited, and we would surely have the declaration of a state disaster. Big hello also to the Labor politicians here today, including John Brumby and David White, Joan Kerner. Because of his book, ex-Prime Minister Bob Hawke isn't too popular with the Federal Labor Party right now. Yesterday I picked up a copy of Hawke's memoirs for $12. And I got a second copy of the book thrown in for free. I was going to take a third copy, but the shopkeeper wouldn't cough up the $12. And today marks the end of another great year of football. And football just wouldn't be the same without the one and only Rex Hunt, with fantastic expressions like yibbity yibbita, a ping that was a pong, transvestiting the square, and thank your mother for the rabbits. I didn't realise how much impact Rex has had on our language until I opened the latest Oxford Dictionary and there was the word 15th. And the words, you idiot, Sam, together. Finally, something I'd like to share with you. Whenever I'm standing in a queue to buy a ticket at the football, I'm really paranoid that someone is going to push in. So I'll always stand hard up against the person in front of me. And it doesn't take long before people let me just pass through to the ticket counter. Works every single time. You ought to try it. Well, I really hope that today's game is close and exciting, because close and exciting games just make me go internally berserk. Thanks for having me back at this wonderful breakfast. Bye for now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please thank Darren for sharing with us this third grand final day. And now my great pleasure to introduce the chairman of the North Melbourne Football Club, Ron Casey.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the great days in Australia. Certainly one of the great days in the city of Melbourne and the state of Victoria. A climax to what has been, I believe, a magnificent year of football. And as chairman of the North Melbourne Football Club, I'm proud of the part that the North Melbourne Football Club has played in that magnificent year of football. Because I believe that our contribution this year has been considerable. And I would like to publicly thank everybody at North Melbourne, my fellow board members, the staff, the coaching staff led so well by Dennis Pagan, and the players led so brilliantly by Wayne Carey. We thank them for their performance this year. It's been a successful year off the field, and we look forward with confidence to North Melbourne being a power in the league for many years to come, beyond this, our 125th year. This is our 29th breakfast. The first one was at the old Federal Hotel, which no longer exists, down on the corner of King Street and Collins Street, back in 1966. And we've had great times here, and we're looking forward to another great morning this morning. Small piece of correspondence, and I'll just read a couple of paragraphs from it. I regret that I cannot join you for this morning's grand final breakfast at North Melbourne. After 29 unbroken years, as the event which marks the opening of the Code's all-important grand final day, the breakfast has become a tradition in itself. Today I also understand the North Melbourne Club will be honouring some people who missed part of the season because they were busy representing their country at the Commonwealth Games. And I congratulate those outstanding athletes that you're going to acclaim today. Football is a great drama, one without a script. The only thing we can be sure about is that win or lose, to reach the heights of a grand final, the players already hold a place in the history of a truly national game. Best wishes to all those involved. P.J. Keating. I thank our sponsors. A special thank you to Toshiba Mobile Computers for their sponsorship of the 1994 Grand Final Breakfast. They're represented here this morning by their General Manager, Mr. David Henderson. Thank you also to Channel 7, who have again joined us to televise this activity as a prelude to one of their biggest days of television of the year. Thanks also to 3AW, who for the first time are broadcasting proceedings live as part of their big radio coverage of the grand final. We have David McDonald, the General Manager, and Operations Manager Shane Healy, and News and Current Affairs Director Steve Price with us, in addition to other personalities, including Neil Mitchell. We also thank the Crown Casino for their involvement, and we welcome Ron Walker, one of the men so heavily involved in this city in putting spring into the step of this Melbourne town. Thank you also to NZI Insurance, who are represented this morning by their General Manager Terry Towell. They have been a magnificent major sponsor of the North Melbourne Football Club throughout the season, and we look forward to continuing that very good association in the years to come. To all of North Melbourne's other sponsors and special guest companies joining us this morning, we welcome you and thank you for your support. Thanks also to the Southern Cross, represented today by their General Manager, David Benham. The Southern Cross has always had a special place in grand final activities with the North Melbourne Football Club, and we wish the hotel good luck in its future development. So we are today only hours away from the bounce of the ball of one of the great sporting spectacles of the world, the grand final. It certainly is a big day for our first guest as the marvellous football season reaches its climax. Ladies and gentlemen, to officially welcome you to this AFL Grand Final Day, would you give a special welcome to the Chief Executive of the AFL Commission, Mr. Ross Oakley.
Thank you, Ron, and ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for that warm reception. I'm used to receiving slightly less warm receptions when I talk in public, but it certainly is a great pleasure to be here this morning and to sit on a table with the likes of Jeff Kennett, John Kane, Joan Cooner. Unfortunately, Paul Keating's not here because they're people you love about as much as me. Now, I know my family loves me, and that stands me in good stead, but my wife turned 48 recently, and I asked her what she wanted for her birthday, and she replied, the widow's pension. Thankfully, she's in Sydney today and not here to hear me say that. But then, football's not about love-hate relationships with the supporters and administrators of this game. It's about the game. It's about clubs and players and their fluctuating fortunes. It's about winning and losing. It's about parochialism and passion and the sharing of that common passion. And the season of 1994 has unquestionably been one of those most passionate seasons. Certainly the most passionate that I've known in my 32 years being involved and interested in AFL football. National attendance records have been shattered this year, as they have here in Victoria, where some years ago pundits thought that crowds would drop